What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we gotta do first? We gotta talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. We are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer, where you can support this show for as little as $3 a month, less than the cost of a beer, for a little bit more, just a touch more. You can get this audio ad-free, you can get the video versions a week early, and I'll appreciate the hell out of you. Join the Patreon today at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We are also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Dress yourself up today in some swank, snazzy, and now we drink merch. Got a Drink Up Mofo hat. We got a traumatic text message shirt and new designs coming all the time. If you're listening to this on YouTube, you can just click right on the merch shelf and it's all right there. If not, you can go to anwd.net/merch and pick yourself up something today. Last, but certainly not least, the easiest way to support this podcast is twofold. One, just tell people about it. Signal boost, share posts, let people know the show exists. Really that painless. Couple seconds out of your day to hit that retweet button, hit that share button. The other, if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, is go to youtube.com/andnowwedrink and subscribe. Feed the algorithm. All right. Let's get on with the show. My guest this week is hilarious New York comic Keanu C. Thompson. This episode is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Keanu and I just basically are silly and riffing for the whole 2-ish hours. I don't think there's really anything serious said in the course of the whole show. Maybe a couple things here and there, but for the most part, just being ridiculous the whole damn time. If you get a chance, make sure to see Keanu live. And also check out her podcast, Keanu Cast, which generally, if you're listening to this, is probably going live on YouTube right now for the next 24 hours straight. She just does excessively long live streams. It's crazy. Before you go watch one of her live streams, keep listening to the show. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies. What the hell's going on?
Hello, my love. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, love, we just met.
I know, but listen.
Is this how this goes for you?
I can see you, feel you, your energy, your aura. I'm all about it. All right? Big fan of the podcast.
I appreciate that. One of 5 people who's actually listened to the show before they came on it.
Yes, exactly. We aim to please here at Geeky Enterprises. We do our research. Thank you for having me.
It's like, is this dude going to ambush me with weird questions? Or is this just going to be socially awkward for 2 hours?
No, not social. Listen, it's something where you drink, it couldn't possibly be socially awkward.
I promise you're wrong. I promise you.
Not for me. Right. We'll do just fine. I promise we're going to be longtime friends.
2 minutes into being here, he's like, you Italian? Like, she's like, I think I can smell it. I'm like, no, Joe. She's like, oh, okay, close enough.
Same sort of deal. Dark hair, big on funerals, right? Like as you said, yeah.
Big on marrying and burying. That's what we do.
Marrying and burying. Shit. We'll call this the sitting Shiva episode. Let's let it go on for 6 days.
Oh God, I mean that is about the length of one of your normal podcasts. So.
Exactly. Oh, the live streams. I don't know how they go on so long. I don't know why people would watch. The longer they watch. My mom and I, my mom is my sidekick, but we never want a good time to end. So if anybody just sits there, even if we can't stop ourselves. It's unbelievable. It's so bizarre, but I digress, you know.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's one of those things where like people can pop in at the beginning, go get lunch, come back.
Yeah.
Still going.
It's 3:00 in the morning. They're like, are these bitches still fucking talking to each other? Now they're wasted. there's someone's playing the harmonica, someone's crying. You know, you never know what happens on Keanu Cast. But
I'm just hoping there's no harmonica tonight. I don't want to.
no, I don't. That would be my mother. When you have Mickey on, you can. She'll break out the harmonica. It'll be fine.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the post work on balancing those levels on.
Oh my god. I know you are. She does a mean rendition of "Oh Susanna" on there. It's
No, if she can't play the Ballad of the Piano Man, I'm out.
no, she can't. But well, cheers, by the way.
Cheers,
Thank you for having me.
I do this properly and shit. Again, the rules of my own fucking show. We got you the claw.
Oh, the claw. Claw is the law. It's a way of life for me. I know.
Why?
I love it. Oh my God. It's just the perfect beverage. It's iconic. The packaging is beautiful. You can drink it all day and never be hammered. It gives you a little pep. It gives you a little like happiness. It's beautiful. I mean, I can't go on it. And the other seltzers are fine. If a bar has nothing else, the other seltzers are fine. Truly okay. High Noon. Even Bojangles. I'm from South Carolina. I was in a corner store in South Carolina recently. I saw Bojangles has a goddamn hard seltzer.
I'll drink that. I'll drink the fuck out of that.
A sweet tea hard seltzer. I've never seen it anywhere else. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? All of them are fine, but there's nothing more iconic than a White Claw. I adore them.
Does Bojangles sell it at Bojangles?
No.
That's bullshit.
It's at the gas station.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Right.
Why do I got to make 2 fucking stops?
Exactly. That would be good of them to sell it at Bojangles. But for some reason it's in the 7-Eleven in South Carolina. I'm like, what are we doing here? Not everyone has to do everything.
Well, you have a restaurant. Please let me buy fucking greasy fried chicken and alcohol at the same time.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe you would have to fact check me on that because I didn't make a pilgrimage to Bojangles the last time I was in town. So, but I can't imagine that they have a liquor license to sell their hard seltzers at the actual Bojangles. But no way they sell it at Bojangles.
I'm looking. They have all the quick Google comes back with that they're selling their fucking sweet tea. So you're not lying about that. Not that I thought you were.
Oh, but the sweet tea seltzer, they're not selling it at their establishments.
No, because they're technically partnered with Appalachian Mountain Brewing to actually make it. So it's not like they're making it themselves. They basically are like, it's a brand deal.
It's a brand deal, right? You can have our likeness and sell it at the 7-Eleven.
Bojangles is a fucking influencer now. They're selling their fucking license.
Everyone's an influencer. Oh my gosh.
Someone called me an influencer the other day. I'm like, what the fuck am I influencing people to do?
Nothing. Drink,
make bad choices.
Absolutely. Jindon to that. Make bad choices. Right. Wonderful.
But not everyone needs to be a fucking influencer.
Mm-mm.
What happened to just being a fucking entertainer?
Yeah. Or just a human being. I don't know.
That's gross.
No.
It's LA. You got to go.
Right.
You just want to be a human? You're not allowed here.
I'll show myself out.
Back to New York.
Exactly.
Where real people live.
No, yeah, the real people. God, too real. It's all too real.
Did they check you for your script when you got off the plane?
I was hoping, I'm like, oh my God, is somebody going to be like, oh my gosh, I'll put you in a movie, or like those palm trees, you look just like a gal I used to know. Want to come and sit on the couch? I got a perfect part for you. None of that happened. We're staying by the airport, and we've been here 24 hours. So I await the time that someone accosts me and offers me glitz and glamour. So
this is not glitz and glamour enough for you?
This is very glamorous. You're
in the heart of Hollywood.
It's extremely aesthetically pleasing. There's booze. There's iconic art on the wall. We're perfectly happy.
That doesn't take much to impress New Yorkers when it comes to apartments.
No, yes. I love my apartment in New York, but I lucked into it. But this is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. It's like an acre. Do you have a backyard? I mean, it's like a castle comparatively.
And this is why I don't want to live in New York.
Where do you keep your servants?
I plead the fifth.
See, that's how big. And everything's all new appliances and fucking, you have space for your studio, and you have space for, I noticed, are they DVDs or Blu-rays?
Both.
Okay, those are all on, my iPad in a box. I don't know if you heard of it. No, I have no space in my apartment for a wall of nostalgic Blu-rays / DVDs. Unbelievable. It's like, do you have a bookshelf too, where all of the books are on a shelf as opposed to a Kindle? Because
I don't know how to read.
No, okay, makes sense. You can just code with your laptop with no reading.
Oh, I can't code. No, someone does that for me. I just voice command, and the box does what I need it to do. Code.
Love it. Code. What's that?
Oh, you are giving me way too much credit here. The servants set up all the mics and cameras. Why do you think it took 20 minutes to get my angle?
Where's the servants? Oh, my God.
The staff takes care of that shit.
Oh, yes, the help. I know. Where's your bell? You're like, hello? Yes.
If it wouldn't be obnoxious audibly, I would have one. Just
Yeah.
some poor bastard with headphones is like, what the fuck was that?
I know. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, you have a room for just stuff, too.
That's technically the office.
Okay. So you have an office in here. I live in a studio. It's a beautiful studio, very high ceilings on the Upper East Side, but I don't have an office.
Well,
I've made you speechless. I'm so
I know.
sorry.
I'm like, I have to defend my lifestyle.
In a good way. I'm complimenting you. I want to move to LA.
It's off brand for me to be like, oh, you got nice things. Like the only things I'm supposed to care about in life is red meat and liquor and travel. But
travel. Are you afraid? You're not afraid of travel.
oh no, I'm the polar opposite of travel. On travel, I'd go everywhere.
I know. I would go anywhere. I'm like,
Where you been?
I will go literally anywhere. I do a lot of road gigs. I'm from South Carolina, so I can't pick out Scranton on a map. Pennsylvania is very confusing to me, but I'm like, gig in Scranton and there's a hotel. I love Scranton. Take me there. That sounds wonderful.
Except for their fucking ABC stores.
What is what's ABC?
Their liquor stores are run by the state.
Oh.
See, this is the kind of drunk I am. I know the liquor laws in other states.
I love that about you, but we'll see if it's worrisome by the end of this. If you,
Like, how much whiskey is going to be left by the end of this?
I'm not sure. I'm not altogether sure. Why would they be run by the state?
They are. They actually are in North Carolina as well.
I had no idea. The blue laws were lifted in South Carolina. See, I know that when I think I was in high school. So you can buy alcohol on Sundays now, I believe. But before that, it was like a mad dash. Saturday night, gotta get our liquor in. So because tomorrow's the Lord's Day,
Right. Because the body of Christ is non-alcoholic, so
absolutely,
the blood of Christ. See, Jewish, not.
Yeah.
Those are the crackers. The crackers don't have alcohol.
Yes, no. And I went to Catholic school, so they actually believe that piece of bread is the actual body and blood of Christ, which is, they make someone watch it. Do you know that about Catholicism? I digress. But they make someone 24 hours a day watch a piece of bread. Someone always has to be with Jesus because it's in there.
Now, the question is, what cut of Jesus is it? Is it like a ribeye or
Dang, I know, right?
a hanger steak?
A skirt steak? Who knows? Right. How is it cooked? Is it,
Father, I'd love the ribeye. Could you ask at communion?
Exactly. No, you're supposed to sit there and watch it. Religion is odd, but
That's some McDonald's shit. You just get what you fucking like. You can't identify the meat. No, I want to know what I'm eating in the body of Christ.
Exactly. It's the Yahweh McRib, something like that, like a McDonald's order, something along those lines. Maybe I would go sit there if it were. I love McDonald's. If it were, I had to watch a chicken nugget all day, literally 24 hours. I would do that if God were in a chicken nugget, I suppose.
Didn't they find Jesus in a McNugget at one point?
I find Jesus every time I eat a chicken McNugget.
That's kind of sad. Just a little.
I love McDonald's. It's also iconic, like the White Claw. Great. The golden arches, chicken nuggets, the French fries.
Keanu likes mass-produced America. I get it.
I'm a consumer. What can I say? You're like, this went 50,000 places and it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, welcome to the show. You told me you've consumed this content before.
I love it.
This is literally just how we just carried on the conversation that was on the balcony to the microphone is literally what just happened.
Well, it's like I said, we're friends. I'm a big fan. We're very comfortable with each other already. See?
Yeah, I'm already comfortable enough to insult your dietary choices.
Absolutely. Please insult them. They're terrible. I 7-Eleven, great restaurant. Love it.
In Japan, it legitimately is.
What's that?
In Japan, it legitimately is.
Is it? You can sit down in a 7-Eleven?
No, but you can get real food.
Oh, have you been to Japan? See, that's a place I haven't been, speaking of travel. But...
I have, and my audience will roll their eyes if I start.
Oh, because you love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's bad.
Are you like a big anime fan and all that stuff? Oh.
No, it's just a hard-working, hard-drinking culture, and I identify.
I love that, yeah.
It's like, oh, I passed out drunk in a major train station one night.
They're like, everyone does that here.
Yeah, they do.
Konnichiwa.
Legitimately, there is a fucking coffee table book of photography of passed out businessmen around Tokyo.
It's amazing.
A street artist made a couple years back.
Like, I need to go.
Yeah, pass out drunk wherever you want. It's cool.
It's fine. Yes, please get some rest, and when you wake up, get on with your day. It's fine.
Could you imagine passing out drunk? What would happen to you if you did that at like Penn Station?
You either, I don't know, a cop will come get you and wake you up and arrest you, or someone will take a piss on you, or somebody might roll you into the third rail, and I mean, there's plenty of things that could happen to you.
None of them good.
Yeah. No, nothing good. You won't get like a good slumber.
Yeah, I passed out in a planter at like one of the busiest stations in Tokyo and came in and out of consciousness for a couple hours and was fine.
Oh, you're fine. You're like, this is life. I'm living my life. Yeah. I love Tokyo. Is it Tokyo, you said?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never been there. No, I've not been to any Asian country. Actually.
Have you been out of the States at all?
Oh yeah, I love Spain. I love Barcelona. I've been to Italy and France, and I love Cabarete in the Dominican Republic. Me and my mom go there like as many times a year as we can. Virgin Islands, I love it there. I love any beach moment. I love any body of water with a White Claw and sunshine. So and I like Europe good and well. Switzerland, fine, a little cold for me, but cute to see. Yes.
What did you do before White Claw?
Well, I was a big gin and tonic gal, and I'll still drink a gin and tonic if I'm feeling sassy. But and I like a shot of tequila if I'm feeling real sassy, which you have all the tequila brought out. I'm sure I'll take one here and there. But White Claw, it's iconic and life-changing. I don't know.
And owned by Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I know. What I love about that is because it's like he didn't need the money. Mike's Hard Lemonade, he was a billionaire from that. He did something. It's like he could sense that I needed something like this. And he made probably another $1 billion from White Claw, and he changed the face of the world. He changed drinking for the masses because out of the kindness of his heart.
Yeah, greed had nothing to do with it.
He just needed another $1 billion, I feel.
He's like, I don't need to Scrooge McDuck it anymore, but why the fuck not? I'm
giving him credit because I love it. Mike's Hard Lemonade, I used to drink that here and from time to time in high school and college, but White Claw, he really hit the nail on the head.
He's like the billionaire of underage drinking.
Absolutely. Yes. It's like, remember Four Locos when they had the caffeine in them? I reminisce on those days. They're just not the same. But that like changed lives. Now they're absolutely not the same. Then someone created this. It's just something you can drink all day long if you want to, and you're not an alcoholic. And it's beautiful.
Well, as we were discussing earlier, per Dr. Drew, unless it's disrupting your life, you're not an alcoholic.
Absolutely. It's improving my life.
See, I wish I had known you were going to meet Dr. Drew before this. I would have been like, could you thank Dr. Drew for me for, reaffirming my life choices?
I should have. Yeah, no, I met Dr. Drew today, and I went, my God, you're so tall and handsome. Jesus. But that is a good point. If it's not disrupting your life, it's not an addiction. this is improving my life. It's lubricating my life. It's making life better. So I got to think I should, you know what? The fact that I don't know the man's name that created White Claw and Mike's Hard is sort of silly.
Good thing we have the wealth of human knowledge right in front of us.
Gosh, all at our fingertips. It's wild.
Oh, well, apparently you thought I wanted to know who created Bojangles because that's
Mr. Bojangle, of course.
Jack Folk.
Jack Folk is his name?
Mm-hmm.
For Bojangles or White Claw?
Bojangles. I didn't fish that.
Oh, okay. I wonder why he called it Bojangles.
I don't know. It's the South. I feel like it might be some little racist.
Yeah, I know. It's almost kind of dicey there. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, the first time I was in the Carolinas, I saw Bojangles. I'm like,
Do you know, but one of my first field trips, I was in, I think I was in kindergarten. They took us to a Lee's fried chicken for our field trip. We made our own fried chicken. I thought, this seems odd, but all right, we're down with it. It's fine. I'm a consumer. I love fast food.
They're just like, we know what we want you to be doing later in life.
Yeah, I know. Like, what are we learning from this? I love it, but okay, here we go. Wonderful. The Lee's fried chicken's still there, so it's fine.
Do you make fried chicken to this day?
No, I have no idea how to do that. But all I do is drink White Claw and eat Skittles and McDonald's. So basically,
Picture of health.
Yes, picture of health.
I'm also not a doctor, so don't take my word for it.
I'll text Dr. Drew about it and see.
Oh, you got the digits.
No, I did not get his digits.
Why not?
Wait, can I have your number, Dr. Drew? No.
What's he going to say? No? What's the worst he's going to say? No?
That would be wildly inappropriate. But he's a very
who?
nice man.
Oh, for him if he gave them to you.
I don't know. Why would I wouldn't ask him for his number. I followed him. I followed him on social media. So,
Dr. Drew, we are fellow podcasters. I would like to network with you. Can I have your number, please?
Yes. Also, am I dying? And is my addiction to White Claw actually an addiction? And he would probably say, no, Keanu. And I love you and I respect you and I wish the best for you.
And you passed on all this by just having some anxiety about asking the man for his phone number.
That's wildly inappropriate.
I don't think so.
Well, he's got a wife and I have a serious relationship. You know what I mean? Like that would seem a little untoward, I would think.
What are you saying? You can't have a platonic relationship with Dr. Drew? He's a doctor.
When I say I met, I spoke to him for like literally 5 minutes. It wasn't like this sort of, we went out to a cafe and talked about, braided each other's hair and
that's a
talked about life. Yeah. I hope it gets to that one day.
Dr. Drew just braiding your hair, telling you that you're not an addict.
Dr. Drew, will you please be my best friend? I'm calling out to you.
No, Keanu. The amount of White Claws you drink a day is A-okay.
Absolutely.
I cannot pantomime a French braid to save my life, apparently.
That was pretty good. That was good. It worked.
For the audio audience, she's right. For the video audience, you know what's actually up.
It was good.
And the creator of White Claw, by the way, is Anthony Von Maldi.
Anthony Von Maldi. Well, cheers to you, Anthony Von Maldi. And you've done a lot for the world, honestly. And enjoy your next billion because it's coming.
His business generated $4 billion in 22.
See what I mean? And 2 billion of that is from me solely.
Well, you were really killing it in comedy.
Yes, maybe that's an addiction if you spend $2 billion on White Claw. I'm in debt out my ears.
So you got to move to California to get the 5 cents back on the recycling, because at least at that point, you'd be able to afford rent.
It's true. I think that even when you recycle with the cockamamie recycling systems in buildings in New York, I think they just throw it in the trash anyway.
Oh, I'm sure they do here too. Or our homeless actually do go around and collect cans out of the garbage.
I see that too, right.
Because they get 5 cents back a can.
Yeah, I see a lot of people with like giant things of cans on their backs. And I'm like, oh, why do they do that? It's like, oh, they get money. Good on them. They could make a week's pay from the amount of White Claw cans alone that they pick out of my trash.
Homeless, if you lived in LA, there's homeless fighting over camping out in front of your building just to get your White Claw cans.
Oh, that would be a sight.
They're just fighting like, no, this is my spot.
She has a lot of cans. He hates these cans. Okay. I don't know.
I legitimately, when homeless people in LA ask me for money, hand them empties out of my car.
Really?
Yeah.
I never thought of that, but that might be a good way because I always like, I'll just, yeah, somebody asked me, I'm like, just don't tell me a story. You can have whatever's in my wallet. If I have cash on me, just take it. Now I'm going to be like, how about 45 empty cans of White Claw just for you? There you go.
Hold on. And be like, 46.
And yes, one, just take that one to the bank. Perfect.
See, you could be a fucking economy for the homeless here.
I know, exactly. Yeah. It's a good, yeah, we came up with like 1,000 businesses just now. We thanked remind me of his name. I need to write it down.
The founder of White Claw?
Yeah.
Anthony Von Maldi.
Anthony Von Maldi. AVM. That's how I remember it. It's a mnemonic device. AVM. Anthony Von Maldi.
The picture of him looks pretty smug, too.
Yeah, well, he already was a billionaire. He was just bored and created another $1 billion company. You never drink White Claw.
I do. Oh, no. Oh. If you happen to leave any of those behind, they'll get drank. Don't worry.
Wonderful.
I'm not going to let them collect dust till you come back in 5 years.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm going to sit here and drink 12, but I could drink 12 and probably drive a car. I would be fine. It would just make me feel happy. I think I have drank 12, driven a car, and gotten pulled over. I hate admitting that, but it's true.
Did you get out of the ticket?
She didn't know I was drunk. I went, all right, I'm going to jail. I saw the flashing lights. I was like, I'm going to jail. All right, this is it. Going to jail. I was driving back to my mom's house in South Carolina. From a friend's house. I had, over the course of maybe 6 hours, 12 White Claws. So I was a little in the cups. I was like, it'll be fine. And I didn't know how to turn the lights on in the car. So I didn't have fucking headlights on. And I didn't notice because I was a little in the cups.
Hard to do the way home, it's fine.
Yeah, and I didn't drive poorly or anything. I was, I was like about to turn into my mom's neighborhood and I see flashing lights. I'm going to jail. All right. I'm driving bad. This lady's going to think I'm drunk. It was a female cop. And she walks up to the car. She's like, do you know she's like, where are you headed? And I put on my Southern accent because it makes people in the South feel more comfortable. It's like, my mama just lives right in this neighborhood. I was just heading into her house. And then she's like, your mama lives in, and I was like, yeah. She's like, your headlights are off. I was like, oh my God, you know what? This is my daddy's car. I just could not. I didn't realize they were off because I never really drive this car too much. And then she goes, all right, give me a second. She goes back. I'm like, am I going to get the fuck away with this? I drank 12 White Claws. And then she walks away. She's like, I'm just going to give you a warning. I was like, thank you so much. And I'm going to try and do the lights. Could you just go in the front car, tell me if they're on? She did. And I drove home. I walked into my mom's house. I'm like, you have no idea what just happened to me. I am absolutely wasted. And this woman just let me go. Not even a fine for having my lights off. Nothing.
My Yankee ass would be in prison right now.
It wasn't even a man I had to charm. It was just a nice little Southern lady cop.
Were you a little more worried when you saw a woman come up? You're like, if this was a dude, I could talk my way out of it.
I thought, no, I had resigned myself. Like, I'm going to jail. I shouldn't have driven like this. In my family, though, it was always like, whoever has the least to lose, drives home if we're drunk. And I'm a great drunk driver. I don't do it anymore because I don't really drive anymore. But whoever has the least to lose drives home. And it's always me. So
you're a comedian, of course.
Yes, I've gotten great at driving drunk.
It's like, what are they going to do? Not book you at the stand because you got a DUI?
I don't know. Exactly. So I'm never having one of those. Knock on wood. And we don't have to, we don't drive there in New York. So
I know.
There's no crime for walking drunk.
Oh, public intox is definitely a thing.
Yes, but I have my wits about me normally. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to be, I mean, I have been blackout drunk in New York. I wouldn't, never mind. Definitely been blackout drunk in New York.
Oh yeah. Haven't we all? Life is about experiences.
And partially remembering them.
Yeah, or forgetting them. Exactly.
There's definitely, sketchy bodega food. That looks amazing.
Exactly. Let me buy 50 BLTs to take home. Put them in a sack and then pass out on the street. That's the New York experience.
Oh, my fat ass brought them all back to my buddy's apartment.
Yeah.
There were no one left behind. I was like the goddamn Marines.
No one left behind. I love it.
The next day, it was just like hung over and like, what the fuck was I thinking last night?
Yeah, I woke up in a pile of fucking who knows what. There's McDonald's everywhere. There's ketchup on the pillow. Is it ketchup? Is it blood? We have no idea. But
hoping for blood.
Yeah, honestly, we made it home safe. It's fine. There's fries everywhere. Skittles. The windows open. The doors open. Someone's shouting. I don't know.
I mean, that's just typical New York, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if someone wasn't shouting, I'd be like, did the fucking rapture happen while I was
What's wrong? Yes. Why isn't there
asleep? We technical difficulties.
No, we didn't. They were
Patreon content of us just poorly staring at each other with the camera's audio for a minute as I freak out about the fucking SD card being full.
Yes. We didn't cry. We kept our cool. We're just fine.
Thank you for lying to my audience for me. It was emotional.
I know. I just think it was really hard out there, but we made it through. We're bonded. It's fine.
We're trauma bonded now? Oh.
We're trauma bonded.
Yay.
It's so traumatizing.
For people in our line of work, legitimately it is.
Honestly, it's like, oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ, please. Don't let me lose what I just fucking had here. Great.
Like, beautiful, beautiful.
Love it.
I love the new device because it's like, the time code stayed, so I know exactly how long the show is going.
Love it. Thank God.
Right? Don't want to be here a second longer than you have to be.
I'm having a blast. I'm elated.
Yes, she's fine, folks. Don't be looking for telltale signs of like winking, like I'm fine.
Help me.
I flew thousands of miles for this. Fuck. Why?
No, we're perfectly fine. You ply people with alcohol.
Right?
What could be better?
That's why there's alcohol. Just
exactly.
Get people to tolerate being in a room with me for this many hours.
You are so self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Me too. I understand. Yeah. They never think people want to hang out with me. I agree. I get it. But I don't think that of you.
I don't.
Telling you it's an irrational fear. But
Oh no, I was saying I don't want to hang out with you.
Oh, cool. I know.
We got time.
Let me go through your labyrinth of an apartment. Is this a mansion? Will the maid help me out, please?
I misplaced my bell, otherwise she would.
This is going so well.
If you keep saying it enough, it may be true.
I'm manifesting it. Isn't that what you people do in LA? Manifest things and drink green juice and
yeah, full of green juice right now.
I know. Are we gonna go for a hike after this?
Totally. We're gonna break into Runyon. Maybe dodge some rattlesnakes.
Exactly. It sounds enticing. Wonderful.
When I first moved to town, I did hike a couple times, and then I'm like, why am I doing this?
I just think hiking is walking.
Oh, it is. No. Especially LA hikes are just walking.
Right. So New Yorkers, like, we hike all the time. If that's the case, just
branding. It's all branding.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes it sound better, right? Not that I wouldn't like to walk up a mountain, but if it was just a trail, we're just walking around. We're just going for a leisurely walk.
Sometimes you're just going to the top of a mountain to take selfies for Instagram and then walking down it.
Right. Don't you remember the phenomenon where people were like taking selfies on like cliffs or playing Pokemon Go on cliffs and then they were like falling off of the mountain?
Makes me happy.
That was wild. Yeah.
I just hope they didn't breed. Like if you were dumb enough to walk off a mountain while staring at your cell phone, we don't need you.
Yes. You know what? That is what I suppose would call natural selection.
Right?
Yeah. You know what? It's all right. The line needed to stop there, I suppose. But sorry to the families who lost people.
They were probably a burden.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? Like, what happened? Her selfie stick caught a gust of wind and she toppled over a cliff.
Can you imagine that if they didn't have an unlimited data plan, how much it would help the family that they fell off the fucking mountain? Like, our bill went down like $100 a month.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Good thing. You have to be careful. You have to be careful with, if you're on a hike, why don't you put your phone down for a moment? It's all right. Not everything is Instagrammable. It's a good moment. Take your moment and then enjoy your hike, right? Maybe not at the precipice of a canyon.
Yeah, maybe enjoy like being in with the live person you went there with.
Exactly. Oh, you're here? They're like, what? I was staring at my phone too. Not that I don't stare at my phone, but
Oh no, I'm a horrible addict.
it's awful.
It's literally one of the things I love the most about podcasting. It's like, oh yeah, I actually get to be present with someone for a little while.
Yeah. You know what? To bring up Dr. Drew again, what did he say? What did you say he said? If it's affecting your life, it's only an addiction if it's affecting your life. I would say affecting your life by staring at your phone and walking off of a cliff. That's ending your life. That's the ultimate addiction. So we haven't done that yet, right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. We're the best of friends.
And gravity hasn't killed us.
Not yet.
I mean, this is your first trip to LA. You could still go hike and fall off a mountain.
It's true. I won't.
You sure? How do you know? They're dangerous.
No, we're busy on this trip. I don't think we're gonna fit in any hiking. But if we did, I would be sure to keep my eyes on the trail and try and enjoy the sunshine and not be staring at my phone. I stare at it, but towards a safe area.
But you still have to worry about rattlesnakes at that point.
Are there really rattlesnakes?
There's really rattlesnakes and coyotes and all sorts of like fucking animals in the middle of this goddamn city.
That is so weird.
Yeah, there's nothing weirder than like being in Beverly Hills in the middle of the fucking night and just watching coyotes roll down the street.
They're like, "What up, y'all?" Hey,
this coyote's a better tax bracket than I am. Fuck.
Wait, you're living here in Beverly Hills? It's wonderful. Hello, coyotes. No, well, South Carolina has some fun. Well, you're from Chicago. Yeah. So you say Chicago like a Chicagoan says it.
Up there.
Yes. Because people go like my Nana always said, people from Chicago don't say Chicago like people say they do. I'm like, all right, well, and you said it like she said it. So I digress. No, not a lot of animals in Chicago. South Carolina, I mean, yeah, we walk around with a friggin' copperhead is like the most poisonous steak ever. And they'll like, you be what? Like, I'm gonna go play in the leaves. And then you could be bitten by one and then you have to be airlifted out. So I don't know. I've seen a lot of weird animals in South Carolina.
Besides the people.
Exactly. Right.
I've spent some time in Columbia, South Carolina, so.
In Columbia, right in the middle. That's the capital. My brother went to USC. Go Cox, right? He is gay, so it worked out. But
did school turn him gay?
No, he was born that way, but and he didn't. But I'm sure he should have bought a T-shirt. All the chicks in that town that go to that school, they walk around like "I love Cox" T-shirts. Which is very untoward, but
especially for a Southern lady.
Very Southern lady. Oh my God! How dare you?
I do.
Why were you? Wait. Why were you in Columbia? Even
I had a gig for a number of years where I traveled full time. I've been fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, you've been everywhere.
Yeah, I was stationed in Charlotte for that gig, and then we had places in Columbia, Greenville, South Carolina. Greensboro, North Carolina, Raleigh.
Oh, so yeah, you're well versed in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. I lived in Charlotte for a minute with my dad. That's a nice city. It's like a little the Queen City.
I had some fun there.
It's fine. Rock Hill, where I grew up, it's a teeny tiny town 20 minutes south of Charlotte in North Carolina. So that's interesting. And I went to college at Charleston, Charleston's the funnest place ever. My God, talk about drunks.
I was only there. We had a branch there. I was only there for a very limited amount of time. Had some good seafood.
Yes. What year would that be?
2012, 2013.
Okay. No, I was there at that time. That is the drunkest, craziest, partiest, insane city I've ever been in. And I live in New York.
And you've been to New Orleans?
I have not been to New Orleans, but this is a common misconception. It's too much. It's almost too much fun to live in. I guess you would have had to live there. But and again, I guess I haven't been to New Orleans, but
New Orleans is just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous place.
you can walk around with the booze and then the boobs and then the beads and then
Not even the boobs and the beads. It's every bar has just a to-go window.
yeah, which worked out well during the pandemic, right? Right? They're like, oh yeah, we already had that,
Right? we're ahead of the curve on something.
Yeah, we're like, wow. We're like, oh, we don't need to change a thing.
Well, and it's shit like during happy hour, it's like, 3-for-1 drinks.
Yeah, like we just basically want you to be shit faced. Charleston's the exact same way. It's more the people that live there. You're in the cups, as they say, from morning till night, and that's it. Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why. In theory, New Orleans is like that. Why is Charleston like that?
I have no idea. It's beautiful. It's too much fun. Everyone's gorgeous there. The weather's good, but they have 4 seasons. It's like a food mecca. It was voted by, I think it was Condé Nast, I think 4 years in a row, best city in the world. That's why now it's like even crazier, oversaturated. It's such a party city. It's insane. A lot of blow going on there. A lot of it's beautiful people getting drunk all day long.
I thought that was LA.
And Bev. Well, that remains to be seen, but LA is a little bit more spread out. Charleston's on a 6-mile little like island thing. What do you call it? It's an island. It's a peninsula. It's a peninsula downtown. Then you have beach over here, 15 minutes away, beach over here, beach over there. Bill Murray lives there. I mean, what could be better, right? Until you know.
Sexually assaulted by Bill Murray?
Absolutely. You wear yourself out. But no, he would never do such a thing.
Allegedly, I think he did.
Did he get canceled?
He did. That's why they canceled his last movie. It was like his inappropriate behavior.
Oh, God. I wasn't up on that.
Yep.
I used to work in his he's part owner of a restaurant in Charleston. That was my first job as a hostess. So I know him. He would
He's supposed to be supposed to be a real nice guy.
Yeah, he was a big partier. But
another native son of Chicago.
Yes, another Chicagoan, exactly. He owned it with another Chicago thing, Bill Veeck. So him, Bill Veeck, or Bill Veeck's son, Mike Veeck. They owned this restaurant in Charleston that was like down the block from me, and I didn't really know that. I was just a hostess there, and then they owned that together. And then because Bill Veeck is the one, Sox Park, right? Or Comiskey Park. You like baseball at all?
No.
Okay, me neither. But they're Chicagoans that owned a restaurant in Charleston. I worked there. Bill Murray seemed like a nice guy to me. Big partier, though. But if he assaulted someone, if he's canceled, who knows?
Well, apparently his cancellation came after what he considered to be a joke on set.
Probably.
And
it was on set, yeah.
And knowing how, like, Chicagoans joke, like,
He's like, I'm from Chicago. What do you mean?
Like, I'm an old man from Chicago. You think this is going to be appropriate?
like, oh, you said something inappropriate at work. I'm from Chicago. What do you? This is fine.
Yeah, I don't think I had to be retrained when I went out back into the real world. Like, Chicago's just a different place when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, I didn't grow up there, but I know, like, I know I can sense a Chicagoan, definitely, for sure.
Thought I was an Angelino for a moment, like, maybe I gotta leave.
Angelino? Italian, you have dark hair, you never know.
Well, I mean, that's what they call people from LA, Angelinos.
If you're Italian, you're an Angelino?
No, from Los Angeles.
Oh, right. I did ask if you were from here.
Yep.
Like Angelinos. I'm just getting used to LA now, so I have no idea. I don't know the lay of the land or the rules here. So
there's no rules here.
There are no rules.
I mean, well, it depends on how much money you have. If you have enough money, there are no rules here.
Exactly. Right. When does someone invite me on a PJ? That's what I want to know.
A PJ?
A private jet. I heard that happens out here.
Well, you have to work your way up to private jet. Okay. You have to start first. It's yachts. It's boat bullshit.
I'm here for a week. How can we condense this? How do I get to the yacht, to the PJ, to my own reality show, and then we live our life, and we'll invite the owner of White Claw on, and it'll be a bacchanal.
Well, depending on the order you go, it may be the reality show first.
Okay. Reality show first. I'll write that down.
What would your reality show be about?
White Claw. No. I have no idea. We'll call it, I'm a big reality show fan. We could do like I don't know. We'll call it Kiki Pump Rules, like a Vanderpump Rules spinoff about a completely random comedian that comes in and has no idea what LA is like and sits here with on this podcast, and then it's like Sex in the City, but in LA.
It's like Sex in the City meets Marin.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. But a fucking stupid lunatic gal who has no idea where she is at all times in LA, and she's just living her life and getting into hijinks.
And has a podcast.
And can be funny from time to time. Bravo. You heard it first. There you go.
Got to have your elevator pitch ready. You have to.
Okay, yes. Elevator pitch, yacht, PJ. Okay, I'm writing all this down. We'll work on it.
Did no one warn you before you came?
We have a lot going on. I met Dr. Drew today, for Christ's sake.
I didn't even try to network.
He was so nice.
How are you going to ladder climb if you don't take advantage of these opportunities?
I know. You're right. It's too New York of me.
I know. You're like, I can't acknowledge a celebrity.
No, I mean, we sat there and talked to him, and that was very cool. That was very fun. Very lovely human. I think it's a very LA thing. So I've heard, to be like, so what can you do for me? I've never gotten anywhere with being like, what can you do for me? I get places by being like a genuine, nice human being. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's not the LA thing. I'm not going to like slip you my fucking... Hey, here's my reel. I don't know how that works.
You got to have the QR code with your OF on it and just give that to him on a card.
Well, for our show at the Pineapple Saloon, I have my headshot with the QR code for the OnlyFans on it.
See?
People like that, but not gonna...
Had it on a business card, just boom, right there.
I wasn't there to like schmooze. It was just fun to like talk to somebody. And then I think you'll find that more of a memorable encounter. Also, what the fuck would Dr. Drew be able to like? It was just interesting to meet him. I'm a genuine person that just wants to like, that's nice. Cool to meet you. By the way, here's my OnlyFans. Can you diagnose me? Or no, I couldn't do that. A fan wants to come up and scan the QR code at a comedy show, fine. But like...
What, you're saying you couldn't convert Dr. Drew into being a fan?
Maybe he'll just be like... Maybe if...
He's got money to burn. He could tip well.
I don't necessarily want Dr. Drew on my OnlyFans. I would be flattered if he would even remember me whatsoever.
Well... You got to make a big impression. The OnlyFans might make a very big impression.
Right. I've always gotten further with being like, hey, I don't, hello, cool, great. Teen Mom was great. Loved that show. Wonderful. Blah, blah, blah. That's it.
This is once again me encouraging bad behavior that I would not do myself.
Yeah, exactly. I know better to be so disingenuous to be like, hello, Dr. Drew. I'm Keanu, and I'm lucky to be in your presence, and I have an OnlyFans. Could you please follow it, subscribe, and...
You already fucked up there. You got to say your whole name. You can't just be like, I'm Keanu. You have to be like, I'm Keanu C. Thompson.
I'm too genuine for this. I'm Keanu C. Thompson. Hello, Dr. Drew. I'm Keanu C. Thompson. I had no idea I was going to meet you. But by the way... help me in some way. Here's my OnlyFans. Would you like to,
You definitely got to rehearse this a little bit. Like,
see, that's hesitant. What I'm saying. I'm not that person. Always getting by. You got number one. Dr. Drew is not in my industry. All right.
Yes, he is. He's a podcaster.
Podcaster. Right. All right. It would be. I would be elated if he would ever grace my podcast with his presence. But I wasn't going to stand there and ask him that. But I didn't even think of it. I
hate to break it to you. We're not in Dr. Drew's industry. He's not in ours.
Right. I will. I'm Dr. Keanu. RN. That's
we're just adding letters now.
Yes, I'm a surgeon. Oh God. No, I can't believe it. No, it was just funny to meet him. I just found him to be genuine and cool, and like that's all. Very nice.
I'm completely busting your balls. Hell,
I know.
Since moving here, like Chicago, it's definitely it's a Midwest town. So like asking someone what they do is like just small talk.
That's actually just it's actually just small talk, right?
Right. Here, I don't ask people what they do.
What can you do for me?
Right. Because that's how it comes across. Like, right. I don't ask people what they do. And I have friends that are a little more successful in some parts of entertainment. Like, we'll be out at bars and people will be like, so what do you do? And they'll be like, I'm not telling you.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because how do you make a genuine like relationship, friendship, connection anywhere here? Because it's like, it's like everybody has an angle or like a work or something that would like freak me the fuck out. I can't function like that. I'm never gonna. It reminds me of like dudes on the street like handing out CDs. Do you want to hear my latest EP? Here, have my like that. It's just I don't know if that's gonna happen. I got to get by with my charm personality. It's the only way I can function. So. If that never works for me, then dig me a shallow ditch and put a White Claw in there with me, and we'll call it a day, But hopefully
you make enough money that like they figure out a system where you can just put new White Claws in there.
Absolutely.
Why would we want to leave you with one stale White Claw for eternity?
I know that would be silly. I would need like every flavor, even if new flavors come out. Maybe we like one of those.
Maybe like a two-sided mini fridge.
Just leave White Claws on my grave. Yes.
So we can open it from the top, put some White Claws in. You can.
Absolutely. No, that's great. Thank you. It's AVM. Thank you, AVM. I forgot his name, but it's a mnemonic device. Yes.
Yes, AVM. I'm like, for a second, they're like, was she trying to say AVN? I don't think AVN.
I remember it because of AVN. See, mnemonic devices work. I don't remember exactly what his name is, but I will call him forever AVM.
I'm sure he has it on monogrammed fucking towels and shit.
Exactly.
Like, how rich do you have to be when you start monogramming your shit?
God, so Southern to put your initials on things. It's bizarre. But if you have nothing else to do with your day,
I feel like if you're a billionaire, you should have something better to do with your day than monogramming shit.
I feel that people just start... If you get to a rich point where people just in your camp just start monogramming all of your shit. All of a sudden you walk into your bathroom, you're like, oh, my towels have my initials on them. That's nice.
That's like the death of being like kind of a scumbag. Because it's like, oh, well, I can't have a scummy one-night stand at this point. My initials are on the towels.
Exactly. Right. I mean, it would be very... I'm going to start... You know what I'll do? And I'm going to bring to New York, I'm going to put my QR code on my hand towels. How about that? What do you think?
I think it's a good move.
Good idea. So if somebody uses my bathroom in my studio apartment, they can just scan the QR code.
Well, I was just thinking like post cleanup for somebody. You could toss them a towel with the QR code.
Yeah, bitch. Time. Yeah, right.
Next time
you pay. Right, you whore.
Wow, you didn't have to make it so negative.
We're full of good ideas, though. This is interesting.
There's been no cocaine involved with all these ideas. Normally, for this kind of brainstorming, people assume there's cocaine.
My God. Can you imagine if we did blow? That would be insane. We would be like, we'll flip the table over. We'll do a new White Claw. It's called Black Claw, and it'll be filled with the stories of good times and children's fingernails. Whee! Like that would make sense to us, right?
Oh, the fingernails.
I don't know where
such a good flip.
Fuck that came from, but
obviously cocaine.
I wish. I'm not a big drug person. I wish I were cool enough. Weed guy, Are you?
No, I will just do. Me and
No.
THC do not mix.
God, no. Weed. I did meth one time in Charleston on accident. And yeah.
You were just like, huh, this light bulb is full of something.
They told me it was Molly. And then I'm like, this doesn't feel like Molly, but I feel fantastic. And then I ran around in circles for hours. And then I was like, I think that had to have been meth. And I was like, thank you so much. This is the best night of my life. Never did it again. And I wouldn't do meth in general, but because I was sort of tricked into it, I'm all right with it, you know?
Well, I think it's just a social stigma thing. If you had such a good time.
No, meth, I don't want to lose my teeth. Same thing with blow. Make it a treat. If you're going to do blow, make it a treat. Special little occasion, but
You're then sitting Shiva, right?
Yes, exactly.
Grandma.
Do it off. If you're Italian, just do it off their body. It's sitting right there. You're there for 3 days anyway.
I feel like it would just be easier to do it off the casket. It's nice and shiny and reflective, and
Exactly right. Half of it's closed. It's there. It's for them. Exactly. No blow. That's it. You can't really do. You can't really get too caught up in that stuff. You got to make it a treat. Sarah Silverman always said that. You want to do some sort of hard drug, make it a treat.
well, what's a hard drug?
Blow, if you get addicted to it. Who's addicted to blow though? Everyone in LA.
I feel like it would help you be productive at work. So by the Dr. Drew standard,
I guess it's right. If it's not hindering your life, it's not an addiction. But
if you're getting more shit done,
that's what I guess. I mean, isn't that what amphetamines are for?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why meth is so popular. So the working class can get more shit done.
I know, but
At least that's how it starts off.
yeah, exactly. And you're like, wait, now I get take my clothes off on the highway and lose all my teeth. That's how I feel meth goes down the road, you know?
Just judging by the tweet responses, people like your teeth. Don't lose them.
I know, see, exactly. When I would lose these pearly whites, it's fine.
That felt so old timing. Like, see, I can't lose these pearly whites. See?
Yeah, see, I don't want to lose these pearly whites. Can't lose them. Oh, my God. I swear. God, it'd be very untoward. How am I supposed to go down to the armory if I don't have my own teeth? See, I have no idea where that came from. That was called improv. There you go.
Oh, that's a dirty word in this house.
Improv.
Sex work? No. Dirty improv? Yes.
Aren't those the most embarrassing people on earth? I know. God. Your face, literally. You're like, I know. Ugh.
Every time, and I have some friends that do improv, but every time someone's like, oh, you want to go to UCB? I'm like, no, actually, I don't.
No, that would be the last place I would want to go.
I'm happy to go to an open mic before I would go to UCB.
And that's saying something. UCB.
Because, I don't know. Improv is so hit or miss.
I would never go and watch an improv. I was a theater major, which is theater people are the most unlikable, horrifying people. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I did it. I did it through high school. It was fine, but it's just embarrassing.
And now you understand why LA is like LA.
Yeah, because everybody's like thoroughly unreally, but for LA, I studied all the pictures and magazines and books. I'm like, I'm gonna make my big break, and it's like, but they actually believe that. There's no very few theater people like know how to be cool and like not just bizarre and unlikable.
And then add in years of rejection with them being here.
Yeah. They would be the ones talking to Dr. Drew like, here's my headshot. Hi, sir. I loved you on this. Right. Not me. Not a...
Yeah. And then that's how this town gets how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're surrounded by people who think, oh, I am one headshot away from handing Dr. Drew my headshot to fucking fame.
Right. Maybe that's why Dr. Drew had a genuine conversation, because it wasn't like I was going... PhD, Dr. Drew, please help me social climb. Please follow me on Instagram. Please do this. Please, here's my headshot, and can I have a piece of your soul as well? Like, I would never.
No, you got to ask them, is this a melanoma? And then he'll tell you he's not that kind of doctor. And
yeah, and he'll be like, you're a fucking melanoma. Get out of my face. Like, please.
I couldn't see Dr. Drew being that rude.
No, he was so nice. So I hate bringing up Dr. Drew so much. It was a short encounter, guys.
I know, we've talked about Dr. Drew more than you've actually interacted with Dr. Drew.
It was the funnest part of my day. He was so charming and nice.
I'm fucking ready.
Other than this now, right?
Good cover. Good recovery.
Could you just cut that out? This has been the funnest part of my day.
Yeah, that's staying good.
I've had so much fun here that I forgot completely that I met the Dr. Drew, PhD.
We've only riffed about it for about 20 minutes. It's fine.
It's so funny. It's just a person you don't expect to meet. That's all.
33% of this podcast is about Dr. Drew.
You're gonna look at this and be like, this fucking psycho is obsessed with me.
And this asshole just keeps telling her to make bad choices involving him.
I know, and I would never. You're ruining my encounter with Dr. Drew for me. You're like, you should have done this and this. That's what. See, yes, you're trying to. Thank God I didn't do this before I met Dr. Drew. Or else you would have been in my head. Thank God I was myself.
Yeah. I often tell people to not listen to my advice. Like, I regularly tell my audience, you should not listen to my advice. It's bad in most cases.
I think my advice, I'm like, if everyone's not like me, then you're missing out on being right about everything. Like, I don't know. I always, and that's a flaw of mine, but I genuinely feel like, I'm like, I can't understand why you don't feel like how my rational, normal opinion on this is exactly right. And if you have any deviation from the way I feel, then that's on you. And I feel very sorry for you.
What if I don't like Skittles?
Okay, you don't have to like Skittles, but you can like support me for liking Skittles.
Oh, as long as I support your ideas, it's okay.
No, I mean, I don't mean like food-wise. You can like whatever you want. Like it could be a bacchanal. Eat whatever you want. That's fine, as long as it's not like children or something. You don't want to eat like.
Feels delicious.
Oh yeah. See, I've had a time or two with veal. I don't mind it, but they do keep them in very small cages.
Right, and if we did that to human children, they may be delicious too.
No, that's right, because they can't move around, and their tears salt the meat, I suppose. But all right, it's something to look into. I'm willing to waver.
There's probably plenty of land in South Carolina we can make a farm.
No.
They won't abort them, so.
Yes, absolutely. It's not allowed. Let's just put the children that the women don't want because they're not allowed to be aborted. We'll put them in tiny cages, and then see what goes from there.
Make a delicacy.
Oh God, it's a delicate subject. Christ.
Children are tender. What?
They are. Mm-hmm. Wow, that went off the rails.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. We love it.
Like, I listened to a couple of them. Just the tame ones, apparently. Shit.
No, I was like, I understand what this is. We don't want to eat the kids, obviously. And who would do that? I barely it's like sassy for me to like a hot dog. Because even though I love a hot dog, who really knows what's in there? But
children.
Yeah.
That's why you eat kosher hot dogs. The rabbi makes sure there's no kids in it.
Oh, and thank God for you guys for that. Yes, exactly. He prays over it. Right. Okay. I love having a rabbi. I'll have a rabbi bless all of my Skittles and all of my White Claws from now on. Can we make a podcast out of that? Me just inviting a rabbi over to bless everything that I consume.
No, that's your reality show.
Yeah.
Keanu and the Rabbi.
Keanu and the Rabbi. I love that. Ooh. My brother's boyfriend is gay. And so my brother is going to probably, when they get married.
Your brother's boyfriend's gay?
Okay. My brother's boyfriend is Jewish. Yeah, see? Look what you've done. My brother's boyfriend is gay. That's
what I got to cut and post.
My brother's boyfriend is Jewish. And when they get married, I think my brother wants to like convert to Judaism. maybe it could be like a family situation. Like, can I please borrow one of your rabbis? I would like to do a reality show where I bless all of the foods that I eat, all of the Snickers bars and Skittles and all of the White Claw. And then it could be like a fun family situation. And then we can have the rabbi, I don't know, they like wine. You guys like to drink wine on one of your holidays, don't you?
No. In my personal experience, rabbis get drunk.
Exactly.
They drink.
I love that.
Judaism doesn't have any guilt about fucking drinking.
Like, we could do a Seder, but with White Claw. Just find like a really cool rabbi. That'd be fun.
I'm sure you can find some Reformed Jews that would be totally down with it.
Yes. Aruch White Claw, enough Jewish things. See?
That's about as Jewish as I get, so.
Yeah. I don't even know how I even spit that out, but I've done a little makeshift Seder. Instead of the apples soaked in wine, we'll do the apples like soaked in White Claw.
What flavor of White Claw, though?
We could make it something like wine. So like a nice raspberry White Claw, a black cherry situation.
Maybe a mix of the two.
Absolutely. Might be good. Let's bring fun back to religion.
Probably needed it for a while. I mean, when was the last time religion was fun?
No, never. I'm definitely.
I'm sure the Crusaders had a good time.
Probably a lot of murder going on over there.
Yeah, like back when you could murder people for your religion.
Yeah, when you could kill for religion. Yes.
Oh, that still happens some places.
Oh yes, it does.
Shit.
We really have. We have been touching on everything. We've been everywhere. Yeah, a lot of murdering for religion happens all the time.
Like America, that doesn't. Oh, wait a minute, that happens here too. Shit.
Yes, it might have been hashtag 9/11. That was murdering for religion, I believe, right? I mean,
yeah, we're almost coming up on the 22-year anniversary.
Oh boy, yeah, that makes me feel old.
Me too. I was in a bar on 9/11.
I was in third grade, but yeah, I was in third grade in South Carolina.
Yeah, I did an interview with Southwest Airlines.
Oh my God!
They actually called to reschedule.
They're like, we're going to have to reschedule this. Something's come up.
Yeah, legitimately, they called. They're like, so we're gonna have to reschedule. I'm like, I was not even expecting the call today. That's
you
cool.
were waiting for an interview at Southwest Airlines when 9/11 happened?
A phone interview with Southwest Airlines on 9/11, yeah.
That is extremely serendipitous. Oh my God. You're like, well, you're like something's come up. You're like, I can see that. All right. Well, take care of it. Thank you for calling.
That's literally how the conversation went. I'm like, I'm surprised you guys called. Is everything good on your guys' end? And they're just like,
oh, yes, we're not American. Don't worry. We're fine. Business as usual. Holy shit.
Yeah. And after they rescheduled the call, I just went to the bar.
I would agree with that. You're like, well, I can't even, how courteous of them to even call.
I know, I was amazed. I'm like, wow, well, when we reschedule this, I'm actually interested in the job now. Like, you guys seem like a good place to work for.
I am going to fly Southwest just simply for their customer service. If they had the wherewithal to give you a call during 9/11 and say, you know what, we're going to have to reschedule. We apologize. Like, you're like, it's good, homie. I could see maybe the airlines are dealing with a lot.
You might have something else going on.
Yeah, you may have, other things on your mind.
Well, especially at that point, like, this is middle of the day of the attacks. Like, we didn't know if, like, there was going to be planes flown into, like, the Sears Tower or some shit like that. Like,
right. Had they nicked the Pentagon yet? Or?
They hit the Pentagon at that point, but, like, who knows, day of, like, so little shit was, of the extent of what it was going to be.
Yeah. Damn. No, I was like a kid, but I do. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. I was a fucking adult, and, like, I woke up to, because I was unemployed at the time, I woke up to my AOL Instant Messenger going off from one of my friends being like, they bombed the World Trade Center. I'm like, dog, that happened in 93. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that already happened. Not up on the news. Right.
Yeah. And I tried to log into CNN.com from bed and could not get into CNN.
That's hilarious. Oh, my God. I love that you woke up. You're like, well, today's my big day. Here I am. I'm going to do my Southwest Airlines interview. And then you're like, oh, what's this on the news? The planes flew into
The fucking building.
the buildings. Well, I guess fuck me then. And also, I hope everyone's all right, but they still gave you a call.
Yeah, they still give me a call. Yeah, the 9/11 was like, not, I mean, I'm sure it was much wilder being in New York, but for us outside of New York, because so much cell service was routed through the Trade Center towers at that point, you couldn't get anyone on their cell phones in New York.
No,
So
yeah.
I had friends that lived on like the Lower East Side at that point, trying to get a hold of them, like, you alive?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus, that would just be so fucking horrifying. I look up at the Freedom Tower or whatever now. When I am down there, like, it's like a tourist place to go and like be reverent and look at. When I look up at that, I'm like, fucking plane flew into this thing while I was just walking to my fucking job. I don't know. I would pass away from anxiety. I would just seeing it, no debris, nothing would hit me. I would literally just pass away. I have no idea how anyone recovered from that whatsoever. Just the trauma of that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was in New York, I want to say, October, like, less than a year after 9/11. I was just out there to visit people, and it was just like, all over the subways, like, if you were having problems, they had hotlines still set up and everything.
Yeah. Oh, God. I think I just watched that they had a documentary about the whole deal, too. It was like 3 parts. It might have been a year ago. Ooh, yeah. No bueno. That's horrible. So good. Abolish religion. I think that's the central thesis of that rant that we went on. Yes, we won't do except for the rabbis, because they like to drink, which makes them like, and we can sit Shiva and drink apples and White Claw and do a Seder, and it might be a cute reality show. But no one fly planes in any more buildings.
Well,
right?
We could abolish religion or we could abolish planes. We could do one or the other.
Yes, exactly. Let's stop air travel.
All air travel. We got to go back to boats and trains only. This is like the 1800s.
We've come up with so many ideas here to help the world. I mean, we love airplanes. We love Southwest because their HR department is obviously so, and hiring department, they're obviously so accommodating.
Yeah, not accommodating enough that I didn't get the job. Well, I didn't get the job if I wanted to stay in Chicago.
Oh, so they did end up calling you back?
Yeah, no, I went in for a real interview. And they decided, because the gig was, I was a working IT professional at that point. And the gig was to show up at the airport every morning and then get on a plane and fly to wherever they had a breakdown at, like, the ticketing or wherever. And they're like, went with someone else for Chicago, but if you want to move to Baltimore, we could have you work out of our hub in Baltimore. And I went, no, I'm not.
Who am I, John Waters? Absolutely not. No.
Fucking like 2021. Like, I'm not moving to fucking Baltimore where I know no one.
No.
To fucking work for Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, you're like, but thank you for being so accommodating.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I super appreciate it. But like, yeah, I'm not moving to fucking Baltimore for this gig.
It brought you where you are today. Just sitting here, drinking, talking, and living in a mansion in LA.
Yes, all my poor life choices have gotten me here.
Exactly.
Instead of a stable fucking job with great benefits that paid almost $50,000 a year in 2001.
But this is more fun.
Much.
Exactly.
Oh, God, I don't know where my life would be if I had taken that job.
Yeah. Who knows?
No, I would have moved to fucking Baltimore. I probably just would have gotten stabbed.
And you probably just would have been just miserably depressed. And Baltimore,
more than now, but...
Are you depressed now?
I live in LA, of course.
You have to meet Dr. Drew. That'll cheer you right up.
Yeah, I'll get his number. And then he'll change it, and I'll just lose track of him.
You're like, see, exactly. Here's things to look forward to. Not look forward to be appreciative of. You have an office that you can just fill with things. You're like, it's an office, but it's storage. We have that much space here. New York, we're like, this is great. My bed sort of fits here on the ceiling. And, I live above a karaoke bar. I'm like, I hear people doing their horrifying rendition of fucking Piano Man every night, but it sounds like the ocean. It sounds like it just like calms me down when I hear fucking drunk moron singing Piano Man. I love it. I love it. I love it. But you're like, I can have my podcast studio here in my dining room. I have room for all of my unnecessary DVDs and Blu-rays. These are things to I can see, I won't dox you. I can see a very cool, like,
they know Netflix is around the corner.
Okay, they know Netflix. I can see Netflix out of here. I can see mountains and palm trees. The weather's nice. See? Exactly.
Yeah. It's your poor life choices that brought you to New York.
I love being miserable, I guess. That's why we drink all the White Claw. There you go.
Right. And it's okay. It's okay. You can always leave New York if you really wanted to.
I love it there. I love a mess of a situation. And I love my apartment. I love my I love my life there. I can't complain. My aesthetic is definitely like 10 miles of bad road. So it works out for me perfectly.
Mine is too. It's just, I like it to like pretend like it's glitz and glamorous, and then it's like, oh no, it's pretty fucking rough. And that's the real beauty of LA, because the underbelly of LA is pretty grimy.
Definitely, yeah. Right. No one flew into any buildings here because they're like, you know what, this city, they have sinister, horrifying things enough. Like, we'll just like hit LA, right? I mean, New York, right?
Well, and then like one of our tallest buildings is like fucking the police department. Like, I don't know if that would have been mourned as much as.
No, people were like, fucking, oh god.
They flew a plane into the police station.
Just keep it. They flew to the police station. Is Dr. Drew safe? That's all we care about.
Fuck Adam Carolla, just Dr. Drew. Like,
Adam Carolla, also we haven't talked enough about him. I met him briefly, but he's very, very nice. Beautiful studio. What a lovely, lovely human being. Jesus. Yeah.
I know. That's why I was laughing that there was a bunch of pictures from Adam Carolla's studio. I'm like, you're really going from Adam Carolla to doing my show? All right.
I was just there with Chrissy Mayer, who you will have on.
Who will be also on the show.
Yes, who will be on your show later at a later date, who I'm here with. She is a fucking much bigger comedian than me, fucking wonderful podcaster. She was booked. And then she ended up talking about on the show about our more airplane debacle thing. I was just there for moral support and to meet Dr. Drew. I'm kidding.
It was really to meet Adam, I know.
No, and then she was doing great, and then it was just cool to be there and meet all of them. But she was talking about me on the show because she went viral, and like she'll tell you about this, I'm sure, when she comes on with our airport debacle. Last time we were on tour together, there was like 3 viral moments with her, and one included me where you'll have to look it up. You'll have to ask her about where the American Airlines made us take our pants off at the airport. I'll let her say that story.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear this story.
All right, I'll tell you quickly. When we were on our way back in May, me, Chrissy Mayer, and Lila Hart were doing a week of shows in Vegas, and we were doing a week of shows in Dallas, right? And so Lila had separated from us, and she had gone, also a very funny comedian, follow Lila Hart. She had gone from, it was just me and Chrissy flying from Vegas to Dallas, and we were just trying to do like a Vegas-y moment, right? In the airport. We weren't dressed that provocatively. I mean, you can look it up. It was fucking everywhere. You can look up Chrissy Mayer, Keanu Thompson, it was on Daily Mail, and look up American Airlines. We were dressed in, her pants were a bit sheer and she had a cowboy hat on and a crop top. I had a crop top on, and my skirt was sheer and with slits in it, and the underwear were sewn in, but it was floor length. We're like, we would never in our lives think that somebody would make us change before we got on the fucking flight. If you can see it, I don't know if you can.
Oh, I did. I found it.
Okay. So we were dressed one way, and then we were like going to be the last people to board the flight. It was a high pressure situation. Chrissy, like, we're the last people that were going to get on, right? We stayed by the bar we're like, we have time. Monetarily, we have to get on this flight. High pressure. We're like, okay, we got to go. We're about to get on. They're going to shut the door in 2 minutes. So we're getting on. Somebody stops her, hand on the shoulder. She's like, oh, they're going to get me I'll let her tell you. She was like, is this a January 6th thing? Like, what are I going to, it's what? Why would this man be stopping me? We didn't ask if you worked there or anything. I turn around to be like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. I had checked my bag. She's like, I have to change my pants. So she's looking for something. He didn't stop us from taking our clothes off. He just said, you have to change now. You have to change your pants. I went, wait, what's going on? He said, oh, and you too. You have to also, you can't wear that on the airplane. So we panicked, opened up our luggage, her luggage. I just picked something out of there and she picked something out. What we ended up in was far more
I'm
revealing.
looking at the picture. I'm looking at the picture right now. Far more revealing.
It was so weird. He didn't go, oh, wait, don't take a second. I'll hold the door. You gotta go change your clothes or whatever. We were just like, okay, what? Why would you let us on the airplane like the way that we ended up then? At that point, he should have just been like, we just needed to get on this flight. It was very confusing and we were laughing and then we would go from bits of laughing to also traumatized back to laughing to like, why did we do that? And what was wrong with our outfits? And why are these outfits okay? She ended up looking okay. I looked like it's whatever you pick out of the fucking box if you don't have like your gym class clothes.
Right?
Literally. And if that was the thing I came up with, then he should have been like, you know what, you're not getting on the plane. But no, I think he was like, I'm a fucking pervert and I made a mistake and I shouldn't have done this. Let them go. Or, I mean, there would be no reason. I have no idea why he did that. We still don't know. And American Airlines, they didn't even give us 1 mile. We didn't think of it. Sue? No, because we're comics. We take like stuff. We're like, this is bizarre, but hilarious. But that was probably fucked up what happened back there. The reason it goes viral is because we're sitting on the airplane. We're like tweeting about it. The next morning, like somebody from fucking Daily Mail's calling us and we're like, yeah, this is what happened. We're not sure. American Airlines never responded. We complained to them. We tweeted it out, like stuff like that. Like, but they never ever, they're like, are these bitches really going to not do anything? But we were busy. We were on tour. That was the first time we went viral that week. And then Chrissy went viral 2 more times just for other shit out of that trip. Not trying to, just
life.
With a joke she told, like she'll tell you all about it. But that was the first thing. So, and I'm going like, what is happening? Like we were just doing like a cute LA moment. These are our outfits. Las Vegas moment. These are our outfits. They weren't inappropriate. They weren't distracting.
Especially for Vegas? No.
I know. I'm like, you probably have porn stars on this plane. Please. The only thing I can think is that my skirt was so long and so sheer and so flowy that they were afraid that either the pilot would be too erect to fly or, it's a joke, you can laugh now, or they thought that maybe it would get sucked into the engine of the plane and
kill us all.
Yes. So I think that meant he either saved lives or he just wanted to see us fucking
couldn't it be both?
Pants off. I don't know.
Couldn't it be both?
It could be both. He was saving lives and also jerking off.
He's like, win-win. I saved some lives today, and I fought prostate cancer.
Exactly. I have no idea how or why, but high pressure situation where you don't, like, we got to get on the fucking plane. I don't know why he made us change in the first place. I don't know why he allowed us to like change right there. I don't know why no one else was around. I don't know why there was no women around.
Was he in a uniform? Like,
we were like, oh, okay, somebody, yeah, he was in a uniform. From what we can remember, we're just trying to get on the motherfucking plane. We're not altogether sure. Like, sometimes we go, we should have asked, do you work here? Like, but from our knowledge, it seemed like a person of authority. No one else is around. I'm like, my underwear were sewn into the skirt. Which people don't understand either. I'm like, she's blocking me. We just pick something. I'm like, all right, now this is happening. And then we run on the plane. We're like, what the fuck just happened?
And that was the slots attendant?
Yeah, who knows? It could have been. It could have just been some like man who likes to linger around the airport and like gamble. We don't know. It was definitely like someone that worked for the airline. It definitely was. But we were the last two people trying to get on that plane. And it seemed like he abused his power a bit to me when I reminisce on it. But
you definitely should have given him a QR code.
I know. I should have said, well, you got this for free, didn't you? Right? It's like, you have to pay me now. No, we're fine. We're not going to sue them. But then so many people reached out. They're like, I had to change for this. If you look it up, American Airlines keeps fucking around with this. And I think they just worried that the flight attendant or the pilot, they may have a heart attack from being so erect. I don't know. It just seems to be like targeting like good looking, not calling myself good looking, but like bigger stars than even Chrissy. They're like, I really have to change something? Why?
I bet they wouldn't ask Bert Kreischer to put a shirt on.
Absolutely not. Right. That's Bert's prerogative. Right. He was walking there shirtless. Be fine. Or Chrissy always said too, if it were like I don't know, if it were like maybe a trans woman or something wearing a thong and whatever, that would be perfectly okay. You know what I mean?
Well,
like they wouldn't
made that claim real quick.
Right. That's what she said, and I'm quoting her. But she's like, if I had a fucking dick between my legs, they're like, no. They're like, right this way, like. Absolutely fine. I don't know. I don't think that's like we couldn't sit there and think about that in that moment. Monetarily, we had to get on this flight. There's no one else around. We just did what we could.
Well, so next time you're flying American, just slap a dildo down there.
Yes. Like, have you seen this?
Right.
Oh, right. Haven't you seen I am trans, right? Or I identify as not a whore. So can I please get on the plane?
Look at this fucking monster. You want to see it?
Exactly. It was so bizarre. So she was talking about that on the Adam Carolla show today. She did a great job. And then Dr. Drew comes out. He's like, well, he was talking to us. He's like, I have to see what you guys were wearing originally. That's when I was like, well, this is what it was. And that was our meet cute. So we had a genuine interaction. Did that take 20 minutes to get to the point of all of that?
No.
Sorry if it did.
No. Oh my God, you talked on a podcast? No. Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
Oh,
I thought we were supposed to awkwardly stare at each other silently for.
Oh God, let's say a prayer, maybe. I don't know.
No. How are we going to end religion if we say prayers? We're just continuing. Well, that was going to go bad. I googled American Airlines dress code while you were telling the story.
See, yeah,
and it's just dress appropriately.
I've googled it. I've googled it as well. And it does say something that might not, like, you shouldn't wear anything that might not be distracting. Like, I've researched this. And these things, I mean, my skirt was not going to get sucked into the engine of the airplane. And what was more distracting was what I ended up in.
For sure.
Exactly.
That was all legs. Like,
it was a sparkly pair of shorts and a crop top that didn't match. Like, I basically looked like a child, like a homeless child or something.
Or you had a really good Vegas weekend.
Yeah, that was all right. That was like, is this cool? He was like, no. He seemed to have disappeared. We got on the plane and we were like, why are we sitting here like this? It'll happen within a matter of like minutes.
Now the question is, were you guys in coach or first class?
We were in coach. We were in steerage, of course.
That's exactly why it happened. If you were in first class, they wouldn't have said
shit.
It
would never happen in first class. But listen, we had to do what we had to do.
Well, I'm not knocking you for being in coach. I'm just saying, as someone who's flown a fucking lot and spent too much time for my station in life in first class, I can tell you firsthand the difference in treatment the minute you have a first class ticket.
Oh, I have my dad. My dad buys me a ticket. I love it when he surprises me with a first class ticket. I cannot tell you. It is just like, I love watching families of 4 just walk by me, and I'm like, ha, enjoy steerage. Oh, the accommodations and steerage, okay, wonderful. Like, but then I'm in coach. I'm like, okay, and now I'm in a fucking a sparkly thong, sitting here humiliated because my floor length skirt was just too provocative.
They could see your calf.
I guess so. They saw a lot more. I think that what he must have thought, like, okay, they chose that to put on. I may have made a mistake. I'm going to disappear and just let them get on the plane. That's why it was so fucking jarring.
I just imagine jump cuts of like, boom, just outfit change, and what the fuck just happened here?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have made them change. Okay, I took advantage of a situation because I wanted to see these 2 chicks like asses, and now they don't have anything better to wear. I'm just going to fade into the background and hope that no one reports this.
Well, and also, like, if he had, were you guys actually like on the sky bridge at this point, or
no? We were walking, not even on. We were walking. The last 2 people about to walk onto the thing. She gets stopped by one random man behind the shoulder on the hand, like this.
But like, have you scanned your ticket and like your pass? Like,
I had gotten through, actually, and then I stopped because we're the last 2 people. Last 2. There's no one else around. They scan my ticket. I'm walking, and then he, and yes, albeit her pants were sheer, see-through, but she didn't have a thong. Oh yeah, she didn't have a thong on or anything. It was completely appropriate. You saw the photo, for evidence there. And then I just turn around and go. So they had just scanned my ticket, and then I turn around and go like, what's happening? She's like, I have to change my pants, and then we're panicking, and then he goes, oh, you too. You can't wear those. I'm like, what?
So where's the person who scanned your ticket in all this?
So then they're not even paying any fucking attention because the flight is about, the doors are going to close.
Right.
Yes. So they're nowhere to be seen, and we're like, oh, okay.
I'm trying to picture like where the person who closes the fucking door is in all this.
It's completely empty. Right. It's like completely empty. Now we're just left with this man. It was so fucking bizarre. Then they took her luggage away too. They're like, that's too big for the plane. In which they often do at times on flights. Like, okay, we don't have enough overhead space, so you got to check it. So now we can't even change back into our clothes.
They showed you because they're like, oh, they think the minute they get on the plane, they're going to go in the bathroom and change back. We're not going to let that shit.
No, absolutely not. We're going to humiliate these whores. It was so fucking bizarre. It happened so fast, and it was bizarre. We obviously got a lot of good material out of it.
Right.
But I have no idea what the fuck that man could have been thinking.
In 2023, that's just a bold move. Just be like, I'm going to make my company liable.
No, American Airlines has had problems with this. They make bitches change all the time. They're like, you need to put a sweater on or do this. Like, I've seen it, like, now that people have brought it to light to me. But, all right, it doesn't say in your ticket, don't look hot. I don't know what else to say. Like,
I guess Americans going off of, well, you can go fly United, and they just may beat the shit out of you because the flight's overbooked.
Like, yes.
Take your choice. Change your pants or
right. Exactly.
catch a beating.
I know. God.
This is why I'm a Delta frequent flyer.
Yeah, see, we love pain and sorrow, and we're in an abusive relationship with American Airlines. We flew here on American. We didn't. I'm teasing. But what were we on? You know what? I think Spirit is not a bad airline. All right, like
I'd rather wholly disagree with you on that. Spirit,
they don't care if you come in and in your thong with a.
They may charge you extra for it.
Oh, they'll charge you. I think it's a free for all on Spirit. It's a bacchanal of an airline.
I have flown Spirit one time in my life, and I drank them out of whiskey. I drank them out of whiskey. I will never fly that fucking airline.
I think I did it once. And yeah, I've flown American since. But what did we fly here on today? We're back. I think we're United back, but we flew on maybe Southwest, something like that. But we had no issue. We wore burqas to the flight.
Good call.
They had it.
Good call.
Then we got stopped for that through security. I'm teasing.
So it's okay. Statistically, TSA doesn't catch much. So
no, it was fine. Yes, God, it was fun. We like flying.
it's wild that like previously what was a very hack premise talking about airport security and all that shit, we just got a bunch of material out of.
I know. It was wild. It all connects. Life is about experiences, I always say. So
I agree. A very wise writer once told me, like, you just got to go out and refill the well at times.
yes. Go out, have, an airline make you take your clothes off. Tweet about it and, feel good. It's fine. Be embarrassed every once in a while. It's fine.
Were you guys legitimately embarrassed?
Me? I have an OnlyFans. I have no problem taking my pants off anywhere. It's fine. I'm just saying if I were a different kind of person, I might have been traumatized.
See, the answer is yes, I was traumatized. So this lawsuit is pending. I mean, you should get for them to pay for your next fucking tour. God damn.
It's not in my nature. I would have appreciated a mile or two, but I'm not looking for that. It's it was just so.
Is it immoral?
What am I gonna be like? No, God, I'm humiliated. I can't be disingenuous. So, was it fucked up? Yes.
Well, you don't have to be like, I was humiliated. Be like, they definitely violated my fucking rights.
Absolutely. But we were, and he took advantage, what I think is, he took advantage of a high pressure situation. It was like, these two have had a couple of White Claws. They're the last bitches on the plane. I'm going to tell him blame
this on White Claw. That's
exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, forgive me, AVM. Forgive me. We actually were drinking Trulies, but we weren't wasted. We definitely weren't wasted. We were coming from Vegas. We were trying to do a campy sort of photo moment. And when you see the photos,
oh no, I saw it.
You'll be like, when your audience sees the photos, they'll be like, why was this better than what they ended up in? That's the fucking fucked up thing.
Right. No, it super is.
Yeah. So are we traumatized? No. We handle shit like fucking pros. We're champs. We're comics. It's cool. But I think something was mishandled there.
Just a little.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So
I don't know. I'm a shameless opportunist. Where it wouldn't have actually bothered me, I would still be like, well, I'm getting paid on this.
We didn't think it. We were just tweeting about it, being like, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think the statute of limitations has passed.
That was only in May. I mean, I guess in 2 years we could. If I dig up some trauma and therapy, that whatever. But we're busy.
You should have asked Dr. Drew about it.
Well, he knew about it. That's why we had our meet cute where he was asking about the outfits we were wearing.
Did he advise you to sue?
No, but he understood why I said I was nude from the bottom down because these underwear, a lot of men don't understand this, the underwear were sewn into the floor length skirt and you don't wear underwear with. He was like, I absolutely understand that. It's sort of like a sports situation. Yes. Or there's men's pants with the underwear sewn in. He totally got me. We're best friends. Yeah. He's on our side. He made me feel validated.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a poor job of that.
You made me feel so validated. We're best friends.
Shit, I'm fucking up then. God, that's not what I'm here to do.
I can't be mad at you. I don't know how.
Give it time. Give it time.
How long have we been doing this?
See,
I know. Well, God.
We got some time left, jeez.
Okay, perfect. I'm having a ball.
You got time to realize, come to your senses and be like, oh, no.
He a shot of tequila. I'm crying. I'm like, oh, he should have sued American Airlines.
I'm just saying. I see dollar signs in those situations.
No, it's not how I operate. I can't do it.
I get a little vengeful at times. Just a little vengeful.
No, I so let things go. I'm a Scorpio. I'll bottle it, bottle it, bottle it, bottle it, bottle it, bottle it up. If you fuck me over just enough, though, then I will psychologically fuck you over so badly you won't know what hit you. But I can take a lot. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right. And you'll be like, whoa, where'd that come from? Not you.
I know.
It's the royal you.
Yes, exactly. Got any stories, though, where you extracted vengeance?
Nothing like illegal.
I wasn't asking for you.
Yeah, or violent. Yeah, just
I'm a very big proponent on this show of people not admitting to crimes on the internet.
I told you when we started, I was like, I drank 12 White Claws and operated a vehicle and got away with it.
Allegedly, that happened.
It's not my fault she didn't breathalyze me. Yeah.
Right. It's only a crime if you're charged, right?
Yeah, there's no crime there. She didn't even charge me for the lights being off.
Right.
I'm just a negligent idiot driver.
Exactly. So you did not commit a crime on the internet. You're not admitting to a crime on the internet. And the statute of limitations, I'm sure, have passed.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt that South Carolina policewoman is going to look this up and be like, you know what? I do remember her. She pulled a wool over my eyes. Like, you're bad at your job then. No, nothing. I mean, that's more in relationship. Somebody, like, I can put up with a lot. I really can just like bottle up a lot. And then eventually in a relationship too, if I put up with so much and just like bottle it, I'm like, fuck it. They're like, you're so calm. Where's this coming from? I'm like, I just dealt with you being stupid and leaving this one beer can here in the corner. Why? For the past 6 months have you done this? And then they're like, you never said anything. I'm like, yes, that's on me. Anyway,
well, at least you own that you never.
I said, yeah.
At least you own you didn't fucking say it, because
exactly.
There's definitely people who are like, oh, well, you should have anticipated that. Like, the fuck's wrong with you?
I always feel like people should like absolutely be exactly like me, because I feel like absolutely rational. And here's the highlights of the situation, bullet point the situation, and then you go, how could you not see this? You fucking moron. But then I let it go. I'm working on not bottling that up and saying how I feel sometimes. But that's just a relationship thing.
How's that working for you?
Great. With the help of White Claw by
No, not into the help of tequila just yet.
No, God, no. Thank you, MD. Fucking AVM. Thank you, AVM. I'm a lot calmer person now. Is this going good? It's going good, I think.
Horrible. Absolutely the worst. Absolutely the positively.
Can we consider each other friends yet or no?
Yeah. I'll ask for your number by the end of it.
That's fine. I would give it to you.
Oh, good. Because that would make it awkward.
Make it.
Like,
you just want to use me for my Dr. Drew connection.
Oh, I hate to break it to you. I live in LA. I have better Dr. Drew connects.
I know, exactly. I don't even know where I am currently.
You're in Hollywood.
Okay.
I'm trying to make you a star, damn it.
Chrissy just texted me, how's the podcast going? Good. This is so fun. This is so fun.
Thank you for lying to Chrissy so she still shows up on Thursday.
She will be here, and then you can get her. She'll tell you the exact same thing about the airport debacle.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, why are we recycling stories? I want new Chrissy stories.
That's right, exactly. So I set that up for her. So then she'll tell you about the other 2 times she was viral in that span of 2 weeks. But I'm
not going to talk too much about what I'm going to talk to Chrissy about. But there's a couple things I want to chat with Chrissy about.
Oh, really? Okay. I guess don't tell me, but
I'll tell you off air. But it's just like, we're going to do a layup for an episode that's going to come out probably 2 weeks after this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Don't do that. Yeah. She's so good. She'll talk about anything. I mean, very.
It's okay. You don't have to sell me on her. She's coming. She's booked. Happy to have her.
I absolutely do not. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to text her back. They're probably thinking I'm dead or something.
Well, please confirm that you're not. Proof of life is good.
Yes.
I'm in this strange man's house in Hollywood. It's larger than any New York apartment I've ever been in.
God, I'm just a girl from the South. I don't know what happened. All the appliances were new and The booze was flowing.
And he had a staff somewhere.
He has a staff. I don't know. His office is filled with boxes and he has so much extra space. I don't know. What could go wrong?
Judging by the track record of the overall arc of the show, many things.
Oh my God.
At least I'm not worried about you punching me in the head. So
Absolutely not. My God.
that's only happened once.
Oh yeah, and she has to be up early for you guys can come in the morning. Okay.
They're coming to collect you at some point?
No, I'll probably Uber back. They're probably wondering. It's how long have we been going? How long do you typically do these? I have no rush. I always
2 hours. So we're like 15 minutes away from wrapping.
All right, well, I'm going to tell her. Well, we're gonna probably go another 15 minutes, and then done in 15. And not that I'm not having a ball. I would say I told you I never want a good time to end. My streams are 8 hours long.
I know. I feel like if I look away for a second, we're going to end up on one and then just be going. And it's just like.
I know. And you look over and I'll pull the curtain. I'm like, you've been on Keanu Cast this whole time.
You didn't even properly introduce me. I'm kind of hurt.
Wait, I know. I just like, see, wonderful. And now we go into Kiki After Dark with.
Your whole audience like, who the fuck is this Matt Slayer dude that's just been here for 2 hours? Doesn't even know he's on your show. That's the real reality show. You're just ambushing people being on your podcast.
Should we do a tequila shot?
Sure.
Because it's here and you're such a lovely host.
For sure. Let me actually get shot glasses then.
Do you like tequila?
Sure.
All right.
I will ask a favor at the end of the show. Well, after the end of the show. See that piss yellow liqueur right there?
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
Malort?
Uh-huh.
It's like a pirate thing.
No, it's a Chicago thing. It's a horrible Chicago.
I know that it rings a bell. Malort.
It's not good.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. I'll do a baby shot of that. Sure. What is Malort?
It is a Swedish liqueur.
That sounds it is, yeah. Chicago, Illinois. Interesting. Malort. I bet if we call Mickey right now, she would know exactly what that was.
Probably.
35 alcohol.
Oh yeah, it's not very
70
alcoholic.
proof. It's just disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
I mean, we're not going to do that now because that's bonus content for the Patreon.
Oh, perfect. I'm down. You know, I'm a team player here.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I only make people suffer through that I think will have fun with it.
If it's a Chicago thing, I was born there. It's on my birth certificate, so it's my God-given right. So, but
You're like, why?
oh my God.
Just to give you a heads up, their current motto is when you want to unfriend someone in person.
Oh my God. I thought we were having a good time, God damn it.
I mean, I'm going to do one too. It's not like I'm going to just let you suffer alone.
All right, cool. That'll be fun.
Let me grab a shot glass for the tequila, though, which
All right,
is much more palatable.
We'll do a baby one. It'll be fine. All right, let's do baby ones. All right, no, let's be big. Let's be big people. All right.
I have no help but to be a big person. It's just,
Please.
my laziness has made that a thing.
No, absolutely not.
Oh yes, it is. I was definitely a much more slender person at one point.
I meant like big, like, okay, well, let's be brave. But you know, everybody, you're a hefty fellow, but it's like it's in a good way. You're nimble and moving around. It's fine. You just edit people's podcasts all day.
I do.
It's more to love. And people like a thick moment, a dad bod moment.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you for making that. That is all Leonardo DiCaprio's marketing right there.
Exactly. See, you're a regular Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, so talented.
This is going to.
I keep getting snubbed for AVNs, not even Oscars. So
AVN. Cheers, chin down, my friend.
Yeah, all right.
We love it. Also, tequila gives you a little pep. Did you know that?
In theory, it is like the healthiest alcohol to drink.
That's what I tell myself when I do such a thing. My boyfriend drinks he's a Jameson guy, and I hate myself for even like taking shots of it now, but I'm like,
why?
It's fine. I mean, it is fine. It's sort of addicting. Yeah. Just, I can't drink it at the mass amounts that he might, you know. What's your poison? I never asked you.
I'm a bourbon.
Bourbon guy. Okay.
Tonight we were drinking Elijah Craig, the house wine of it now we drink these days, because this 94 proof bourbon is only a $26 bottle.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's very smooth for 94 proof too.
94 proof?
Uh-huh.
You're not fucking around.
Yeah, you saw how full it was when we started.
Wait, Elijah Craig, small batch.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a sponsor?
I wish.
It seemed like you were doing like a sponsor moment. I'm like, oh.
Force a habit. I will do sponsor moments, please.
Yes, I know. That's why I keep saying, White Claw, sponsor me. Why not? God. Keeping them in business. I gave them their first billion, just from cans alone.
That's why you're in a studio in New York.
Exactly.
It's like you could have a penthouse in the sky.
True, I could live in a mansion like you here in LA, in sunny LA.
Could.
I could have a wing for Dr. Drew if he wanted to come over, you know. Him and his wife. It'd be fine.
We'll bring you to the podcast wing, Dr. Drew.
Yes, please, welcome. Welcome, Dr. Drew.
He could diagnose all your problems.
He probably is sitting there like, what the fuck was wrong with that woman named Keanu after Point Break? It's so odd.
Were you actually named after Point Break?
Oh, yeah. Parents have an odd sense of humor, don't they? Yeah. Big Keanu Reeves fans. Born in 92, they were watching Point Break. They're like, LOL, what if we named the baby Keanu? Then they never came up with anything else, and it just stuck. So,
at least it's not after Bill and Ted.
I know. I could have been. I think of the movies in 92. I could have been like I could have been Forrest Gump or something. I guess, or you could have like Tom Hanks, or they could have named me Bill, Ted,
Or Jenny.
Jenny, right?
You could have been the worst woman alive and worst woman in the history of cinema.
No, exactly. Right. So I don't mind the name Keanu, though. I like it. It was odd as a kid in the South, sort of. But it is a unisex name. That's a common misconception.
Oh, shit.
It means cool mountain breeze. It's Hawaiian. Yeah.
Another popular movie in 92, My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, sweet doe white little deer, and then bam, your brains are fucking. Oh, that's a great movie. Oh, I have a cousin named Vinny, actually. Oh my god, I could have been Marissa Tomei.
I mean, she's still stunning to this day.
Did that come out in 92? Oh, what a fucking great movie.
I googled popular movies in 92 real quick and
Utes. Excuse me, what? The two Utes. Oh, God, I love that movie. So I wore this ridiculous thing for you.
That movie is phenomenal.
I love that movie, obviously, as you can tell. And it's heartwarming, everything. Oh, God.
Also, Reservoir Dogs came out in 92.
Also, another favorite movie of mine, actually. That's my favorite Tarantino movie.
Really?
Yes, it is. Fucking, I'm gonna die back here. I know it. Fucking miss. Oh, I have a joke about. I call my period Shark Week. That's neither here nor there. But the guy turns the lights, and if I call my period Shark Week, that yada yada yada. Come see me live at the Pineapple Saloon. Blah blah blah. But
where there may or may not be period blood.
Yeah, it might be. Yes. And the guy turns on the lights, and I go like, there's blood everywhere. I was like a fucking Tarantino film. I'm like, there's blood everywhere. There was like an ear on the ground. That's like a nod to Reservoir Dogs, stuck in the middle with you. Yeah. I love that movie. I love that movie.
I have a Reservoir Dogs poster like on the wall. So
I didn't even notice.
You're just blinded by all the DVDs. I know.
Yeah, I just can't believe that you have that much room for that many things that you could keep on your iPhone.
I have like 700 digital movies too.
My brother's the same way. Like, he wants to have hard copy. It's like people who keep their records nowadays. Yeah.
Honestly, it's a good move because they will just pull that shit from the digital services and not tell you.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, we used to have. I understand why you do it. You have the room for it in your mansion, so that's nice.
Well, no, that's why I have to live here. Is they came first. All those movies came before I moved here. So
are they all Blu-rays or DVDs?
It's mostly DVDs.
And so you don't even have an apparatus to play them on, probably.
Oh, I still do. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have an Xbox 360.
So then you're all good. That's hilarious. Yeah. My brother's the exact same way. He's a cinephile, like through and through, like huge horror film fan. Fucking, it's like his entire life. But he wants physical copies of it, and I understand that.
Well, I definitely have some stuff that you literally cannot find at this point.
Yeah. So how many Criterion collection?
Oh, I'm not even talking about Criterion collection.
But how many do you have?
A fair amount.
A fair amount. I figured. Yeah.
Speaking of Catherine Bigelow, director of Point Break.
Oh, and you have the Hurt Locker thing right there, don't you?
I do. But also Strange Days.
That I have not seen.
Oh my God, you've never seen Strange Days?
I've actually never seen Point Break.
That's kind of fucked up.
I'll tell you why. Strange Days is that Catherine Bigelow?
Mm-hmm. Ray Fiennes, Juliette Lewis, Tom Sizemore, and Angela Bassett.
Okay.
It's a near future. Came out in 95, 96. It's set in New Year's Eve 99 in like a alternate future LA, and it's kind of a murder mystery. It's one of my favorite. It's definitely got some 90s cheese to it, but it is honestly one of my favorite movies, and you cannot get it fucking anywhere.
Wait, how old are you again?
I'm 42.
Okay, see, you seem like you're like my age. I'm 30, so we're not far off, right?
Yeah, no.
But like you're remembering the like I was born in 92, so it's not that So Strange Days. Did you say Juliette Lewis? Mm-hmm. Okay, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? One of my favorite movies of all time.
Natural Born Killers.
That's another one I have seen it once, but I couldn't really tell you exactly what's going on there. But
I mean, I've seen it multiple times, and there's still points where I couldn't tell you.
You're still not sure. Okay.
There's a lot of flashing lights in that movie.
But the Point Break, I have this like, I felt like when I like was old enough to realize why I was named Keanu in like the movie, I have this anxiety about me. I came up with it in my brain that if I watched it now and I hadn't seen it before, if I watch Point Break, I will die. So I have this superstition that I completely fabricated. So I just can't watch it. I know it's like a cult classic and it's my namesake because of Keanu.
But you can watch other Keanu Reeves movies?
I love Something's Gotta Give. He plays a doctor in it. What a great actor for what an idiot to play a doctor, you know? I'm teasing, but and yeah, I've seen the Matrixes, and I think I saw the 4th John Wick, but
you just jumped in at number 4.
Okay, I've only seen the 4th one. Yes,
that's wild. Like,
isn't that weird? I know.
Weird call.
It's bizarre. Why didn't anybody else name that? I feel like there should have been a Keanu Sans, right? Why didn't everyone name their baby Keanu? Everybody loves him so much. He's so revered. It's just me and him and the gangster cat. That's it.
Which he played.
Not the Key and Peele movie.
He played the cat.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
See, and I saw that in the theater, and I had no idea. I did not even remember that. Was that his voice?
Yeah, he played the cat. So it's just him and you.
The fact that I saw that in the theater and I did not even know that. So it really is him. So it's literally just me and Keanu Reeves. That's it.
So why haven't you DM slid him?
He's such a nice guy. I don't know.
What, nice guys can't spend money on OnlyFans?
Wait, I don't need his money. I don't need Keanu Reeves on my OnlyFans. I'd be like, I would just like to pick your brain about being a Keanu your entire life. And
I mean, you could do both. You can do it on OnlyFans. The platform allows for chatting.
Well, yeah. And OnlyFans isn't. First and foremost, I am a comic. A lot of comics have OnlyFans. I don't need.
I mean, there is a whole OnlyFans comedy. I know.
Fucking Whitney Cummings has a goddamn OnlyFans. You can
They roasted Bert Kreischer on OnlyFans.
If you want my opinion on OnlyFans, it would be that it's free money and everyone should have one. You can cook on there if you want to. You can live stream on there. You can talk about Keanu Reeves all day if you want to, as long as you have an audience. That's like an easy thing. I don't go like hardcore on there. It's more like if you like the chick from the show, podcasts, or whatever you know me from, and you want to see something that's like a touch sexier than her Instagram, pay me this amount a month and you can see that on OnlyFans. But I don't knock the people that go like super hardcore on there.
I know. It's on their content. I need them to.
I love it. Exactly. I'm like, God, what power do you? Have a beautiful vagine. I am here for it. But I wouldn't go and like say, hey, Keanu. I'd sooner be like, hey, Keanu Reeves, we're the only two Keanus on Earth. Would you like to come on my podcast? Maybe I would say that. But maybe I'll run into him on the subway. He's apparently such a nice guy that he rides the subway. I don't know.
Like legitimately, I've told this story on air before. Legitimately, that is not just his publicist working. He is like that in real life.
I know. I've heard he's like an angel.
No, I've met him.
Yeah.
When I first moved to LA, I worked a bunch of security jobs, and I was the head of security at the Theater at the Ace Hotel downtown.
Yeah.
And we were doing a David Lynch Foundation event.
Mm-hmm.
And first and foremost, he didn't walk the red carpet. He waited in line with the general public.
See, this is why. And he's like unassuming. He is like me. I'm like, no, I don't. I'll just stand back. It's fine. Like, please, everyone take some of my soul. I just want to be, it's fine. So he's waiting with the general public. And that's why everybody finally noticed he's writing this up. They're like, they're making, people show me videos, compilations on YouTube, like, Keanu Reeves is such a nice man. Did you hear? I'm like, he has nothing to do with me. But yes, that's my namesake. Thank you. I've heard. Thanks.
Hey, at least you weren't named after a douchebag.
Exactly. No, I love it. I'm glad it's a Keanu Sans.
I mean, well, how would you feel if you were named Charlie after Charlie Sheen or some shit?
Exactly. Right. So wait, so he was standing in line and he
way with the general public, refused any sat in the cheap seats for a David Lynch Foundation event. I don't think there were any real actual cheap seats, but he was in the balcony in the cheap seats. During the intermission, he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, where do I smoke?" I'm like, "Let me get somebody to take you somewhere where you."
He smokes too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we should just fall in love. I know. Why didn't I ever think of this before?
I'm sure your partner is really thrilled to hear you. Like, oh yeah,
he's fine. He knows I love him.
And I'm like, for my own headaches, as the head of security, I'm like, let me get someone to take you somewhere where you won't be bothered. He's like, no, where do I go smoke? He like flat out refused any additional service.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, no, I'm here to be a dude.
Yeah, I just want to blend in, man.
I just want to have a cigarette, and like the smoking patio at that venue's like in the alley.
I love that about him.
And he's just like, no, I'm not gonna go anywhere special. I'm not gonna let you assign a security guard to me.
I would be so that way. If I had fame and fortune or whatever, I'd just be like, no, cool. I'm cool. I just want to smoke a cigarette. Like, don't trouble yourself. Just let me walk over there. I'm cool mountain breeze after all, right?
Yeah. Legitimately, it's just like, oh shit, this shit's all real. It's not your publicist just doing work.
No, I assume my dad, we've come from a long line of. It's gonna be a strange tangent. I'll make it short. Come from a long line of we're like a fireworks family. We own pyrotechnics companies. My grandpa and my dad owns one, but it's on my mom's side. It's like a long term thing. So my dad's pyrotechnics company did the fireworks for the movie The Lake House, which is a Keanu Reeves movie. And he was like, "Don't you fucking talk to him, or don't you he would." My dad's just like the chillest guy too. He just doesn't want anybody to be bothered. They said Keanu was just the nicest man to the fucking fireworks employees. Like, he's like, don't fucking ask this man for an autograph or do whatever. Like, please, dear God, for Christ's sake. But everyone has always just said he's just the nicest human being maybe ever. Maybe Keanu's are like that. Maybe they need more of us.
I feel like that might, diminish your power at that point. Like if there's too many of you,
I just don't understand why the name didn't blow up. Why did no one else decide to name their except for my bizarro parents? Why did no one else decide to name their kid Keanu? Just me and Keanu Reeves, and the gangster cat is actually Keanu Reeves.
So it's just the two of you.
Just us.
Yeah.
Alone in the world.
It's funny, like when I hate to admit this, but I didn't know who you were before like the booking request.
You wouldn't, exactly, right.
So I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll sit down with that dude. That's cool.
You know what I sound like? No, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm not like a famous person, right? But I
did a little due diligence beforehand.
You're like, okay, she seems all right. It's fine. No, geez, you're like, she's a lunatic. I can't wait till she leaves. Anyway.
Once again, you have not punched me in the head. We're good.
No, of course. But Keanu's are not violence. It's cool mountain breeze, you know? Like
that's just what blew the forest fires around Maui.
Exactly. Yes. Is there an alleyway I could smoke in? I don't want any special treatment, please. The fucking oh god, where was I going with this? Fuck. Motherfuck. This is why we drink.
No, that's a different podcast. That's a true crime podcast. Motherfuckers.
This is why we drink. Let's backtrack. I have no idea what I was going to say.
That happens on the show quite a bit also.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah, before I came on here. Boop, 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 boop. It'll come to me, but see, I've digressed the entire time. I've derailed your entire program. I feel bad.
I don't think you have.
Keanu's just feel that way sometimes, you know?
At least 50% of them.
Oh, I know. All right. I knew I needed to buy time. So you said you were like, who's that dude? Sounds fun. Because Keanu Thompson sounds like a very talented maybe African-American black or African-American football player like that has promise. I remember when I walked into my guidance counselor in college the first day. Oh, Joy. Her name is Joy. She was the fucking coolest black lady. Teacher, most like loving, hilarious, vibrant human being. We ended up being like really great friends. And I knew it because when I walked in there, I was like, hi, I'm Keanu Thompson. She was like, God damn it. I was like, she was like, I thought I was going to get a fucking black boy in here. And I went, I'm really sorry to disappoint you. She's like, sit the fuck down, Keanu. I was like, oh my God, we're going to be the best friends of all time. So yeah, it sounds like it wouldn't shock me if you were like, who the fuck is that dude? All right, cool. Wonderful.
That's exactly how it went. Like, Christy's producer reached out and was like, hey, would you want to have Keanu Thompson? Yeah, I'm down. He sounds cool.
You're like, all right, cool.
And I did some research like, oh shit, I fucked up.
And we came up with thousands of companies tonight. We're going to be lifelong friends. I'll introduce you to Dr. Drew.
Hopefully one day we can be in his industry. Hopefully.
His industry. You know, telling the teenage moms well, it's okay.
He's technically been at radio longer than I think either one of us have been alive.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's fantastic at what he does. How did I become the fucking biggest Dr. Drew fan of all time?
You met him once.
One encounter with him.
All it takes is 5 minutes and then lifelong. The cult of Drew.
Oh, Dr. Druseldorf, I love you. Great, wonderful.
He's 65? Wow.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He fucking looks great.
Yeah. He legitimately started in radio in 1984.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No.
Like, that's not older than me, but not by much.
I just go where Chrissy like takes me, and then I'm like, I didn't expect to meet Dr. Drew today. And then I wasn't like, I haven't really thought about Dr. Drew in a while, but I'm like, he's really good at what he does. My God, what a charming man. I'm cracking up because
I'm just sad you didn't get the digits. I'm just sad.
I don't ask him for his number being appropriate. I appreciated that he was so charming and like, you know, really wanted to understand what our outfits were on the airplane debacle. Adam Carolla, also very lovely human being. Jesus God. It was just it's been a whirlwind and we're jet lagged.
And then you ended up here. Oh,
When I'm having the best time ever. And you ply me with White Claw? My God.
I provided. I did not ply.
Yeah. Excuse me. I retract that. You provided White Claw? Exactly.
It's a self-service show. I made it very clear, like, no, the alcohol's in front of you. Whatever you do with it.
Like, here, drink the claw.
Yeah, like, it's like, no. I will present, and whatever you do with it, you do with it.
Right. Yes. Here it is. Wonderful. Huh. This is so fun. Jesus.
But honestly, Keanu, it's about that time. We're going to call the last call on this motherfucker. We're going to get you out of
Let's
here.
last call it. My friends are probably just like, have you been kidnapped? I apologize. I said, no, Chrissy, we're having the best time. I said, we're wrapping it up. Don't you worry. This truly has been so much fun. And let me ask you on air so you can't say no. Will you please grace Keanu Cast with your presence?
No.
Why? You will be our
guest?
guest?
Like the dickish thing to say at the moment. Yeah, I'll do
Oh,
it.
okay. Hey. All right.
How else am I going to be like, tell your mom I'm going to get her drunk if I don't meet her on the podcast first?
She'll be drunk far before that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just.
And you can do it from LA. We just we'll stream you right in. It'll be
I know. I'm set up for streaming. Don't worry.
Oh, love it. See, yes, you have plenty of space here.
Oh, no, I have a green screen set up in my room. Like.
That's perfect. You just put a photo of like Michaeline's face, Mickey's face on the green screen and be like, hello, here we are. Like, fucking, it'll be so much fun.
I promise I'll be better behaved than the last New York podcast I streamed into. So
you don't have to behave. It is live, but
so what was this, like at least a year ago at this point? There's some dude out in LA or out in New York named Michael Gavin Ali.
Oh my God. Of course I know Michael Gavin Ali. He's been on Keanu Cast and absolutely autistic, but I think he's trying to mean well. What did you do to him though? And you can't, there's no wrong answer because
I mean I didn't really research the show. Like I fucked up and I didn't really research the show except till 24 hours out.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's a menace to society.
So once I researched it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to back out because I agreed to be here. And before we get on air, when we're talking on Zoom and whatnot.
He's like a whack packer, basically, for like Chrissy. Honestly, so did he like ask you to come on his show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right.
The porn connections and all that fun shit. So
of course, yeah.
So once I talked to him and his producer, and they're like, okay, Michael's going to do a little bit, then he's going to introduce you. And I'm like, cool. I have this curtain graphic I can put over my camera. I'll open it when you guys introduce me. So I close the curtain so they can't see me. I throw off the bathrobe I was wearing. I'm wearing a full body green screen suit. I threw on a LCD mask.
You're just doing you're like, this will be funny. He loves the porn thing. Yeah.
I was just a floating head for his whole fucking...
That's perfect. And he had an issue. It just distracted him too much.
I didn't warn him. The curtain just opens and you can tell from... I'll show you the clip when we get off air, but you can tell from what after he introduced me in the curtain notes, he's just like,
He's just too stupid to he's not stupid, excuse me. He's just... That would absolutely throw Michael Gavin Ali, right? You did nothing wrong.
Oh, no, I know I did.
If you showed up on my podcast and I just asked you to come on and I had reason you showed up like that, I would, this is great. I love this.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, no, well.
I was a little trollish at points because.
That's hilarious. That's what you're supposed to do with Michael Gavin Ali is troll him. That's the point of him. Yeah.
There were points where he was legitimately asking me about specific porn scenes that I had nothing to do with.
Right, because oh God. Write it down. If you have an Alexa, make a note. Ask Chrissy about this. She will love this. Yeah.
We have cameras.
I know.
Microphones.
Okay. Alexa/camera, make a note. Ask Chrissy about Michael Gavin Ali and her involvement with him and the trials and tribulations with Michael Gavin Ali and his interference with anything that she does having to do with porn people and his just he is absolutely no scruples. It's not his fault. He has worth and he's fine, but you did nothing wrong.
Oh no, do you think I have any remorse? definitely posted clips of it.
Hilarious.
Oh,
I can't believe I didn't find that.
Oh, well, you can't see my face. I'm a floating head with a mask.
That's amazing.
And I also...
Oh, so maybe I have seen it.
And legitimately, at one point where he just kept asking me about porn scenes, I just went, dude, you really want to know about my masturbation habits quite a bit, don't you?
And that probably just when he went like, well, yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was just like, so what are you jerking off to? What are you into? Like,
you did far less than other people that like... He's perfectly fine. He's probably like, that was a great interview. I promise you, he's completely fine. If I know MJ, I call him Machine Gun Ali. That is my nickname, Machine Gun Ali, and it's catching on because he loves it, and he's sort of attention. He loves the porn industry. You were probably perfectly fine. So.
Oh no, I'm not worried about it. I have
no remorse.
None. I had no remorse in the moment.
That is so funny.
I encouraged a lot of my Twitch community to come tune in live for it, and they were just dying.
They're like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, some of them knew it was coming because I needed to do screen tests to make sure the floating head thing worked.
So please come on Keanu Cast and do the same.
No.
Just be a floating head. It'll be so funny.
No, because for your show, I actually want to promote that I'm there.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense. Not like...
Not like... Oh God, I'm about to get asked a bunch of weird porn questions.
Right, we'll do like then for Kiki After Dark, you'll do the green screen bit, and then and I will keep you there for 8 hours. No, I won't, but maybe.
Oh, I'll be real drunk by the end.
Maybe 6.
Real drunk.
Wonderful. We'll play, it'll be great. This has been so much goddamn fun. Oh my God.
Blast. Keanu, before you get out of here though, tell them where they can find you on the things.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Keanu C. Thompson everywhere. Basically, if you look on my Instagram, it has a link to everything. Keanu C. Thompson. Follow on YouTube. It's live Wednesdays. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's also Keanu C. Thompson. Follow Keanu Cast. So, and then Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, Keanu C. Thompson everywhere. You can find my dates on my Instagram. This won't come out by then, but I have a lot of road gigs coming up. I'm here for the week in LA. And then I think the next place I am is somewhere like I said, I'm not a cartographer. When they bring me somewhere in upstate New York, I'm not exactly sure where. But again, Keanu C. Thompson, just follow me on Instagram and you will find everything there. Click the link, OnlyFans, YouTube, Twitter. That is where you can find me.
Hell yeah.
We love it. And thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
It's so much fun.
Absolute blast. Whenever you're back in LA, we'll do it again.
I can't wait.
Let me know when I could come on Keanu Cast.
Absolutely. Please come on. And where will you... So can we make the office into my wing of your mansion? I'm moving in.
All right. Well...
Think about it.
I need someone else to pay rent, sure. You don't want the second bedroom and you just want the fucking office done.
I know, it'll be fine. You won't even notice me. I'll be like, leave me be.
You're like, I won't notice it until you use my podcast equipment to do your podcast.
I know.
Like
Keanu Cast will be live from here in this studio now.
Yeah, Keanu's like, oh yeah, I figured all the podcast studio was part of the rent.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I'm moving in, and I expect to use all of your equipment if I bring Dr. Drew over.
Well, deal.
Okay,
deal on
perfect.
that.
Cool.
But
we'll work on it. Yeah.
Till next week. Drink up, motherfuckers.
Yee.